the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. Newbie Today USA Boxing. We are back. Yes, y'all. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button for the old boy. I'm feeling good right now, y'all. I'm feeling good. I don't smoke some good green before I started the show today, and I'm feeling real good. I got some of the stickiest of the icky. Let's give a round of applause, not only to everybody that's in the chat, but let's give a round of applause for the stickiest of the icky. Yes, man. Yeah, man. It is what it is today. Oh, my goodness. Oh, bruh. I got some people mad at me. Lord have mercy. I got some people mad at me. First it was, we ain't never heard of this dude named Coach Malachi. We ain't never heard of him. Now it's they talking about me on their shows. Oh, my Lord. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And it's all because of my detractors, people who hate me, cannot stand my guts. It's all because of you. By you guys who hate me, can't stand my guts, coming over here watching my show and then going back to those other channels, bringing my name up in the chats, it forces them to talk about the old boy. And I appreciate that. You know, it's called reverse psychology. But anyways, we're going to have a damn good show, man. We're going to make it do what it do. I am the prince of pissing people off. This is what I do. This is I am the most hated channel on YouTube in the boxing community. There is no channel on YouTube that's more hated than me. I am your favorite YouTube channels from the Alphabet Boys' biggest enemy. I am your favorite YouTube channels, the one who they despise the most. I hear that they even have phone calls and meetings about the old boy. I appreciate that. I thank you guys. I really do. I couldn't have done it without you. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's see what we got. Let's get the phone. Let's get the likes up, man. I want to, once we get to 200 likes, I will open up the phone lines. Anybody who has a problem with what I'm going to say today, you will have an opportunity to call the old boy like Miss Cleo. Call me now and say whatever it is you want to say. If you are a YouTube channel who can't stand my guts and want to call me now. Once the number drops, you'll be able to call me. Or you can, you can get my number from some other guys that's in the Alphabet Boy community, and you can send me a text or whatever the case may be. It's fine. Now let's do this. Did Canelo duck Errol Spence, David Benavidez, and Jermall Charlo? Canelo was so afraid of these three guys that he turned down a $100 million payday with the PBC. According to who? What's that guy's name again? The white guy who promote all of the black promotional companies' fights. Tom Browne. According to Tom Browne, TGB Promotions, right? Wow, let's get into this. Now, let me go ahead and body this shit right quick. It's going to be very easy for me to body. As a matter of fact, hold on, guys. Let me pull up a receipt. I need to pull up a receipt right quick, guys, because I got to show proof of what I'm talking about. It's one thing to say something, but it's a whole nother thing to show proof. So I plan on showing proof today to one of my detractors. This guy hate me. He can't stand me with a passion. Oh, I see. Can't stand me with a passion. I love this shit, boy. I'm built for this shit. Did Canelo Alvarez duck Errol Spence Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez to take the path of least resistance in order to fight Dmitry Bivol and Triple G in the trilogy? That's the new narrative that's being pushed on these YouTube streets by those who dislike Canelo Alvarez. They hate Canelo Alvarez, but they are advocates of their black fighters chasing him for a payday. And these dudes pick and choose when they want to be H-Rap Brown or, Huey P. Newton or whatever they choose to be that day. Again, I body any one of you niggas. And I'm talking directly to you. I body any one of you YouTube channels over there on the other side. Body every last one of you. I told you niggas a long time ago, and I'm cursing today, that y'all should have came together and formed one big group to come against me. Yes, I'm talking to you. Let's continue. It is what it is. And their low IQ ass subscribers are over here as well. So y'all run back and tell them that. They watching right now anyway. Shout out to Blue. Shout out to Fanon. I know y'all watching. And 7-8. Shout out to YouTube, fam. That's the new narrative that's being pushed by these on the YouTube streets by those who dislike Canelo. This narrative is based on an interview that was given by Tom Browne via the boxing scene. In this interview, Tom Browne released his version of what happened in the Canelo Alvarez negotiations with Al Haymon and the PBC and TGB Promotions. It seems that Tom Browne and the PBC is kind of bitter at the fact, this is what I'm saying, it seems to me that they're kind of bitter at the fact that they could not secure the Canelo sweepstakes bag for the second time. We know they secured it one time for one fight for the what's Vanilla Ice name? Vanilla Ice from Nashville, Ashland, Tennessee. Caleb Plant. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. You know, so they was trying to secure the bag for the second time. Not me. I don't give a damn. Guess what? I don't get none of the money. I don't know Canelo. I don't know Tom Browne. I know some people who work at the PBC now, but I don't know any of those top guys at the PBC. I don't. Just being honest, I don't. I have people reach out to me all the time, but I don't know any of those guys. If I tell you guys I do, I would be lying. I'm not the guy that says I have certain connections with certain people and I don't. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't front to you guys. I don't. You see what I'm saying? Now, I know some key people now. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But I don't have any, I got somebody next to Leonard, sources say. You see what I'm saying? But this is not a sources say type show. This is not a according to reports type show. What's the other one they say? This is not a breaking news type show. This here, I just want to break this shit down like a 57 Chevy. It's going to be very easy for me to do. Let's do this. Tom Browne says, and I'm going to show you the receipt, the actual interview that he gave with the boxing scene. Tom Browne says, and I quote, the PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a $45 million guarantee in order to fight Jermall Charlo on Saturday night. And if he would have conquered Charlo, then he was offered a second fight for $55 million guaranteed to fight either Errol Spence at a catchweight, Errol Spence, the welterweight, the unified welterweight champion. $55 million to fight Errol Spence at a catchweight of 164 pounds or fight David Benavidez at 168 pounds. Now, my question is this. Why in the hell would Canelo Alvarez fight Jermall Charlo when Jermall Charlo doesn't have a title at 168? Unless you want him to move down to fight. And I'm going to address all that other stuff about, yeah, man, when he dunked him at 154 and he dunked him at 1, we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about all. We're going to body that very easy. That's very easy for me to do. I told you, these guys have low IQs. I manipulate these guys over here. This is what I do. And their subscribers. This is what I do. This is what I do. Right? I do this shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, my question is this. Why in the hell would Canelo Alvarez fight Jermall Charlo when Jermall Charlo doesn't even have a title at 168? And he's not even willing to move up to 168 pounds. Jermall Charlo has never said anything about he want to move up or none of that shit. He won't even move up to fight two of his two fighters that's on the same side of the street. His stable mates. He won't even move up to fight Caleb Plant nor David Benavidez. But goddamn it, he'll show up, move up to fight Canelo Alvarez. I wonder why.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Let's go. Now, second of all, why would Canelo, and I'm just asking the question, guys. I don't know. I got a GED. I did go to technical college and stuff like that. And I did do those things and, went to Full Sail, learned how to become a musical engineer, worked at Circle House, worked at the, not on the Circle House, but I forgot the other goddamn studio in North Miami, man. It's in North Miami. The Hit Factory, did all that stuff, but I just got a GED. I'm just asking. Now, second of all, why would Canelo fight Errol Spence at a catch weight of 164 pounds when Spence has Terrence Crawford business to tend to for undisputed in the welterweight division. And I'm like, well, shit, you know, I mean, you know, like, what would Canelo gain out of beating up a welterweight? You are the same guys who shitted on Canelo for knocking out Amir Khan. He's a welterweight, and he moved up to fight Canelo, got knocked out. Now you're praising this report, saying this is proof that Canelo ducked and turned down money. So I'm right now finna break all this shit up. This is gonna be very easy for me to do. These guys are so goddamn low IQ, it don't make no damn sense. In their 50s and acting like silly children. You see what I'm saying? Now, as I said before, now my question is this: why in the hell would Canelo fight Jermall Charlo? We already broke that down. And second of all, why in the hell would Canelo fight Errol Spence at a catch weight of 164 pounds when Spence has Terrence Crawford business to tend to for the undisputed welterweight champion of the world? Make it make sense to me, guys. Make it make sense to me. Jermall Charlo refuses to fight other black fighters like Andrade. That's one. You see what I'm saying? And he refuses to move up to 168 pounds to fight David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. But you want me to believe that he was willing to move up to fight Canelo at 168. Make it make sense, okay? Now, as for Errol Spence, fighting Errol Spence at a catch weight of 164 pounds, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Canelo can't even make 164 pounds. This is why he moved up to, he probably can make it, but which is why he moved up to 168. And he is the first undisputed super middleweight champion in the four-belt era, period. He's the first. He did it first. So make that make sense to me. So let me get this straight. So Canelo was going to, so y'all proposed that, hey man, you're gonna fight Errol Spence at a catch weight of 164 pounds. Canelo is the money. Canelo is the A side. When do you guys dictate? And listen, I ain't into that A side, B side shit. But Canelo, the face of the sport of boxing, supposed to listen to some clowns over there at the PBC saying that, hey man, with Tom Browne, TGB Promotions or whatever, the white promotional company, we got to throw that out there for the Wakandaites out there, for these fake so-called pro-blacks. We got to throw that out there. You see what I'm saying? He's supposed to listen to you. Okay, all right. Canelo can't even make 164 pounds, as I said before, but he's supposed to agree to fight a career welterweight that brings nothing to the table, doesn't have a belt in his weight class, in that weight class that they want Canelo to fight at a catch weight, and he does nothing to advance the career of Canelo fighting him at a 164-pound catch weight. Now I know what you're going to say. Well, Canelo fought other people in the past, and yada, 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 yada. That's neither here nor there. We're talking about here and now. I know you're watching me. And I appreciate that. Right? Make it make sense to me, guys. Tom Browne then gave props to Eddie Reynoso. I don't know who's calling in, but we're not accepting no calls right now. Whoever's calling in, call back when we get to 200 likes. We're not accepting any calls right now. Tom Browne then gave props to Eddie Reynoso for getting Canelo these huge paydays with the least risk. Now, I found that very, very funny. I'm going to get Canelo paydays with the least amount of risk, okay? Okay, Canelo, Eddie Reynoso is getting Canelo paydays with the least amount of risk. So it's the opinion of Tom Browne that by Canelo not fighting Jermall Charlo, turning down the deal to fight Jermall Charlo and Errol Spence, or Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, he took the path that was least amount of resistance, according to Tom Browne. So fighting Errol Spence and Jermall Charlo is a bigger risk than fighting an undefeated champion in Dmitry Bivol at a heavyweight in light heavyweight. Was Caleb Plant the tougher competition when Canelo smashed him and became the first Mexican undisputed super middleweight champion of the world in the super middleweight division? It seems to me, and this is just my assessment of what Tom Browne said, I will show you guys the receipts. It seemed to me that Tom Browne and Al Haymon and the PBC, well, I can't really say Al Haymon, but apparently if he's speaking on behalf of the PBC, then evidently he had permission from Al Haymon to do so. Al Haymon and probably Waddell and Reed or whatever the case may be, but that's neither here nor there. You see what I'm saying? They got bought out by Macquarie out in Australia. But I digress. It seems that Tom Browne, Al Haymon and the PBC are feeling some type of way about Canelo not signing pretty much a multi-fight deal to fight for the PBC. I understand Tom Browne and PBC and their fighters want the Canelo payday. I understand that. Hell, I want a Canelo payday too. I would love to get a Canelo payday. Hey, Canelo, you ain't got to pay me. You ain't got to pay me $10 million and $5 million. Just give me 500,000. I'll put my undisputed titles on the line against your undisputed titles, and I'm pretty sure, you know, we ain't got to fight at no catch weight, none of that. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, we can work something out to make it happen. See, I need to get some of that as well. I need to get some of that as well. Now, Jermall Charlo should have moved up. Now, in my opinion, Jermall Charlo should move up and fight David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, since they're on the same side of the street. They're on the same side of the street. Jermall Charlo is a middleweight. He's not moving up. And the Errol, and as I said before, Errol Spence needs to focus on fighting Terrence Crawford for the undisputed instead of chasing Canelo. Apparently, Canelo doesn't want to fight any of those guys. Apparently, right? It seems to me that some of these black fighters at the PBC would rather chase Canelo and beg Canelo for a payday instead of fighting each other. I've been saying this all last year. This is what they do. These dudes scream out this victimhood mentality stuff, call the dude all kind of names, say he racist, this, that, yada, 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 yada. But yet you're still chasing this guy. Still chasing. Still chasing. Now, the question I have is this. Do you guys think that Tom Browne is feeling salty because him and the PBC missed out on the Canelo sweepstakes for a multi-fight deal? Or do you guys feel that Canelo ducked Errol Spence, ducked David Benavidez, and ducked Jermall Charlo because he's afraid to fight two slick black fighters and a Mexican-American fighter? What do you guys got to say? Let's see. Let's talk to the people. Anybody calling in? I don't know why you're calling in. When we get to 200 likes, that's when the phone lines will be open. When we get to 200 likes, that's when the phone lines will be open. Other than that, calling in is futile. I would not answer that phone. Leave a message. Leave a message. Shout out to Blood, my brother Retro. He said he feeling salty. Okay. He feeling salty. Ron Boy Fresh, what the lick read, baby? Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother. Blood too, man. Shout out to Blood, man. Alex Soto, he said, you know they are salty. Yeah, man. You know, I'm just trying to see. True. You know, I ain't the. As a matter of fact, the dude say, what you say, brother? You say, where's the poll for this question? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a poll right now. Let's do a poll. When I say a poll, I ain't talking about a stripper poll. I'm talking about a survey. A survey. Let's see. Do you think Tom Browne, you know me, man, and the PBC are salty at Canelo? Let's see. Salty at Canelo. Okay. We'll break this down right quick, guys. You know, I got my enemies watching today. It might have been a couple of them trying to call. Okay, let's do this. Hold on, man. I got my enemies watching today, so we're going to give them a good show today. Give y'all a good show. Okay? OT, fight deal. There you go. Yes or no? Okay. Yes, they are salty. This is some people off today, boy. No, they are not salty. That's it. I think that's it. Yes, they are salty. No, they are not salty. There you go. Let's do this. Let's get to these super chats. Shout out to Toon for dropping that quarter of a bam dog on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, sitting here wondering how you can say Canelo ducking anybody. The man fighting at 175 is only ducking if they ain't fighting your pick, not you. Toon, I mean, that's pretty much it, brother. That's pretty much it. You know, we got to keep putting. Remember, I told you guys, like, you know, right now, you know, Canelo, he's that, you know, Tom Browne. But now, to be fair, Tom Browne did give these guys the ammunition. So, you know, he did give them the ammunition. To be fair, so it is what it is. How many likes we got? Yeah, well, once we get to 200 likes, I'll open up the phone lines in. People can say what they want to say. You see what I'm saying? We don't have 200 likes. Don't call. When we don't have 200 likes, do not call. Do not call. Do not call. You're wasting your time. Now let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. You know, I got to show the receipts, right? You know, I like to show receipts. My good brother. My good brother. You know, my good brother. I hear I don't piss you off. I hear y'all talking about me on your shows. Here y'all been talking about me on your show. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, my brother. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Let me pull this off and make you niggas real mad today, boy. You can believe that. Think you mad today. You think you were mad yesterday. If I said something that pissed you off yesterday, I promise you I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss you off even more today. I promise you that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and show these receipts. Now, no, as a matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna show that one yet. Let's show this one. Let me show you guys this article by Tom Browne. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link in the description so you guys can have it for yourselves. You know me, I like to show the receipts. I don't want nobody saying I'm using clickbait. I don't want nobody saying that I'm making stuff up. I don't want nobody saying that. That's the interview right there, guys. The boxing scene. That's the interview right there. I just dropped it. I don't want nobody saying none of that, right? I don't want nobody saying none of that. I don't know who's calling. You're wasting your time. If you're calling the show, that means you're watching the show. And if you're watching the show, you need to know that I am not opening the phone lines until we get 200 likes. So other than that, that's it. But let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Let's go to Tom Browne. And we're not talking about Tom Browne, a Jamaican who made the song Jamaica Funk. We're not talking about him. We're talking about the white promoter, Tom Browne. Now, Tom Browne, we offer Canelo $45 million. $45 million? Now we offer Canelo $45 million for Charlo and $55 million for Spence at 164 or David Benavidez at 168. So you guys know that I'm not using any clickbait. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and move this banner. Let me move this banner, guys. Let me move this banner. Let me move this banner. Did I get the super chat? Oh, I got tuned. Let me move this banner, guys. Hold on. Let me move this banner. I am the prince of pissing people off. This is what I do. I piss them off with the truth, though. Finna go ahead and show y'all the rest of this. I like pissing these niggas off. Shout out to Jason Mones. He says, you're wrong. Spence is a huge attraction. It makes sense. Okay, shout out to Jason Mones. All right. It's your opinion, sir. Retro, what you say, bro? You say Tom, whose name is Tom Browne? He's the white promoter that the quote-unquote all black promotional company uses to promote all of their fighters. That's who he is, Tom Browne. They don't even use, that's neither here nor there. That's a subject for another day. Shout out to Hunter for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hunter says, he ain't ducking. He is Euro touring before coming back to America. Well, I think they're having a fight in Las Vegas, my brother, to be honest with you. He is doing the reverse of Floyd. He's going from Money Saul to Pretty Boy Saul. Okay. All right. Let's continue. I don't know who this guy keep calling me, blowing my line up. I'm not answering the phone. Leave a message. As a matter of fact, leave a message. Yeah, leave a message. I don't know why who calling me from New York. I'm not answering the phone. Wasting your time. Leave a message. If you don't leave a message, you ain't want nothing. Okay, so you saying you're saying he's doing he's chasing the money. He's on Pretty Boy Saul. Okay. All right. Dante, what you say, family? Say so basically if Canelo would have picked them, they was planning to duck Bud. Good to know. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead. Let's continue to read this. Right now, as this article says, it said the first two fights of Canelo Alvarez 3-fight reunion with DAZN. As a matter of fact, hold on, let's go. Okay, here it goes. So they're talking about the fight with DAZN. I know you guys ought to know about that. The first two fights of Canelo Alvarez 3-fight reunion with DAZN and Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing were revealed earlier this year. They're talking about Canelo is fighting Bivol and Bivol this Saturday. This Saturday. I think that would be the 7th. He's fighting Bivol. Then if he can get by him, he's going to fight Triple G for the third match, and then The third fight, I don't know which fighter they're going to fight. I think it's going to be at cruiserweight. I could be wrong, but I'm just, this is what's. I think it's the guy Macabo at cruiserweight, if I'm not mistaken. Now, it says here a third pay-per-view fight against unknown opponent would conclude the new arrangement with Canelo. So they say that he was going to fight Bivol first. He's going to fight Bivol first. He's going to fight Bivol Triple G, and then the third opponent is to be announced. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see. A third pay-per-view fight against an unknown opponent will conclude the actual deal with the zone, right? Now, what hasn't been revealed until now is that the exact offer from our Haymon's Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime that Alvarez turned down to accept the zone's deal, including the option of a pay-per-view fight against undefeated welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. Tom Browne, whose company TGB Promotions represents Spence and Jermall Charlo, informed the boxing scene that the PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a $45 million guarantee to fight Jermall Charlo on Saturday night. And if he would have conquered Charlo, then he would have been offered a $55 million guarantee to fight either Spence, who is a welterweight, at a catch weight of 164 pounds, or David Benavidez at 168. So, according to the narrative, because Canelo turned this deal down, which I had nothing to do with, I'm not making a dime off of it, this shows that he is ducking. Let's continue. Now, his fights against Charlo, 32-0 with 22 knockouts, and Spence 28-0 with 22 knockouts, or Benavidez 25-0 with 22 KOs, all would have been contested for Alvarez's IBF, WBA, WBC, and WBO super middleweight titles. Okay, let's start right there. So, to fight the welterweight, Errol Spence, Canelo would have had to, according to what Tom Browne is saying, he would have had to come down to a catch weight of 164 with his titles on the line to fight a welterweight. That was going to move up to a catch weight. Okay, that makes sense to me. All right, let's continue. And the other ones would have been against Jermall Charlo. So that means Jermall Charlo would have had to move up to 168 to fight Canelo, something that he has not done yet. Jermall Charlo is the same guy that says 160 is his weight division. He wanted to unify the 160-pound middleweight division, and he has not even moved up to test himself against his fellow PBC fighters, Caleb Plant or David Benavidez. Okay. Now, David Benavidez, that's whatever your argument is with that, you may have a valid argument with that. But I got something for that too as well. Let's continue. Now, let's pull this up. Now, let's see. All right, it said Golovkin, Gennady Golovkin, if the IBF and WBA middleweight champion, also would move up from 160, also would move up from the 160-pound division to challenge Canelo for his 168-pound title if Alvarez beats Bivol. So this is what it's going to be. If Canelo can beat Bivol, he's going to fight Triple G next, and Triple G will have to move up to super middleweight to fight him. Alvarez combined compensation for the Bivol and Gennady Golovkin fights is believed to be comparable to what his guarantees would have totaled fighting Jermall Charlo, Spence, or Benavidez. So let's stop right there. So they're saying that whatever money that the PBC, Tom Browne, or whatever, offered Canelo Alvarez, according to this article, they are saying that the money that he received from the zone was the equivalent to what the PBC was offering him. Tom Browne was offering him. We'll just say that. Browne believes that Ed Reynoso, who manages and trains Canelo Alvarez, encouraged the four-division champion to take a path of lesser resistance versus Russia's Bivol and Kazakhstan's Gennady Golovkin, who turned 40 last month. This is what Tom Browne said. Props to Ed Reynoso, the manager of the year, for getting Canelo these huge paydays with the least amount of risk. He had him take the least risk for the most reward because he had a chance to fight a reigning world champion at 160 pounds in Jermall Charlo. So Canelo had an opportunity to fight the reigning world champion at 160 pounds in Jermall Charlo. He also had a chance to fight the undefeated two-time former 168 pound super middleweight champion David Benavidez, or he could have fought a career welterweight, which is the current unified welterweight champion, Errol Spence, at $400 million deal. This is gonna be so goddamn easy for me to body right here. Now let's continue. So now, Tom Browne is of the position that Canelo took the least path to resistance. And he is of the opinion that Errol Spence would have been, of course he's supposed to say that because he works for the PBC. He does what Al Haymon tells him to do. He is of the opinion that Canelo took the least path of resistance. The only problem I have with that, Tom Browne, is this here. Do you say the same thing when Jermall Charlo is fighting Maleki Suzuki? Where is that same energy when Jermall Charlo is fighting Suzuki's? As a matter of fact, we're going to pull up Jermall Charlo's resume in the middleweight division. Where is that same energy when he fought Juan Montiel? Why you didn't say, well, goddamn, he's taking the least amount of resistance? Why you didn't say that? Where's that same energy at, Tom Browne? Shout out to Charles Stevens. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, they got their panties twisted. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Shout out to Toon. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We're going to open up these phone lines once we get to 200 likes. Got to get over 200 likes, though. He said, supposedly Canelo dug slick black fighters. Wouldn't have Charlo or Spence even been slick. I don't like Canelo myself, but the man doing this thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, according to Tom Browne, he took the least amount of resistance, right? He took the easiest path. Okay. Let's look and see if that is true. Let's look and see, guys. Let's go to BoxRec right quick. Let's go to BoxRec. Let's look and see if that is true. That Canelo took the least amount of resistance. Let's see if that is true. And let's look and see the guys who he said that Canelo is ducking, insinuating. He didn't say that because we're gonna go to the YouTube channels that put that video out there as well. We're gonna go to them as well. Don't worry, I got them in my scope. Let's see. Let's go to BoxRec. Oh, this shit is just too goddamn easy. Oh Lord, this shit too easy. Let's see. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's pull up. Oh, you know what? No. Not that. Let's pull up. Jermall Charlo. Okay. Pull up Jermall Charlo. Mr. Lions Only, the hitman. Pull up the hitman. You want me to believe? Hold on. Let's go in. Okay. Tom Browne saying Canelo took the least amount of resistance. Huh? That's what he said. Okay. All right, Mr. Browne, sir, Mr. Browne. Explain this to me, sir. If you want me to believe that Canelo took the least amount of resistance to his super middleweight titles, why did he fight David Benavidez? Why did he fight not David Benavidez, what's the white boy again? Caleb Plant. According to Leonard Ellaby, Caleb Plant was supposed to be, his style was all wrong for Canelo Alvarez. He beat Caleb Plant. Not only did he beat him, he stopped him. Slick white fighter. He wasn't a slick black fighter. He was a slick white fighter. Well, depending on who you talk to, the alphabet boys, they adopted him and made him black for that particular fight. That makes sense to me, sir. Now, least amount of resistance. This guy, Jermall Charlo, is the definition of taking the least amount of resistance. Let's go over here, guys. Jermall Charlo will be fighting a guy by the name of Macy Sulecki. Have anybody ever heard of him? No. Let's continue. Before that, he fought someone by the name of Juan Macias Montiel. Have anybody ever heard of him? No. Let's continue. Then he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. That was a good fight. Not going to sit here and lie to you. That was a good fight. Then he fought Dennis Hogan. Big Bad Dennis Hogan. Have anybody ever heard of him? Then he fought Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams went 12 rounds with him. I think Brandon Adams was, he moved up, had to move up and wait to fight Jermall Charlo. Then he fought Matev or whatever his name, Korobov. I remember this fight. This is the fight that I thought he lost in the 12th round unanimous decision. Then he fought Hugo Centeno Jr. This is who he fought, right, at 160 pounds, right? And then he fought Jorge Sebastian Highland. All of this in the middleweight division. You want me to believe, sir, Mr. Tom Browne, that Canelo took the path of least resistance when you literally have a fighter that you promote that consistently, since he's been in the middleweight division, have taken the path of least resistance? Make that make sense to me, sir.
True, true, true.
Make it make sense to me, sir. Now let's see what the boy Cinnamon has done. Let's see what Cinnamon has done. Let's see what Cinnamon has done, guys. Let's see. Shit. And we can pull up David Benavidez as well. I like David Benavidez. But we can pull up David Benavidez as well. I know what you're gonna say. Styles make fights and this and that, yada yada yada. And we believe this and we believe that. I'm finna blow all that shit up. Let's see. Who was I looking at for? Okay, Canelo Alvarez. I know Canelo is a word that I shouldn't be using over here. No, it's Saul, yeah. Because these guys get their pennies in a bunch. But I'm doing this today because I want to get their pennies in a bunch. I'm doing this today because I want to get their pennies in a bunch. This is what I like doing. I like pissing these dudes off. Like pissing them off. All right, the path of least resistance. Dmitry Bivol only has 19 fights. He has 1 million amateur fights, I'm not going to lie. But he has 19 fights, and he's a champion. He's an undefeated champion. So what you're trying to tell me is Dmitry Bivol, a guy who's fighting at 175 pounds at a heavier weight, he's the easy path because David Benavidez would be harder. And there's nothing wrong with anyone believing that. There's nothing wrong with anyone believing that. I'm not even trying to change anyone's minds on that. But I'm just trying to make it make sense. Jermall Charlo, who refuses to move up to 168 pounds, the same guy that said he wanted to unify, he wanted to fight Canelo, he wanted to fight Golovkin, and they're willing to come down to 160, that guy. And then Errol Spence, who is currently the unified welterweight champion of the world, who has never had a fight at super middleweight. He's supposed to fight that guy at a catch weight of 164 pounds in welterweight. Okay. Path of least resistance. Okay, all right, let's see. Now, he went to the PBC and he fought who? Caleb Plant. Mr. Vanilla Ice himself. Mr. Vanilla Ice himself. He fought Caleb Plant, undefeated champion, 21-0. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated champion. He was 30-0 at the time. Abney Yildirim, we know how everybody feel about this fight. He fought another undefeated champion in Callum Smith. And he fought this guy right here was the champion, right? He fought the slick black fighter in Daniel Jacobs. He fought Rocket Fielding. You know how people feel about the Rocket Fielding fight. But that guy was a champion. He fought Gennady Golovkin twice. When other guys in the middleweight division did not fight them. There are guys in the middleweight division right now who have not fought Gennady Golovkin. Slick black fighter from Houston, Texas. So-called slick black fighter. As a matter of fact, there are two guys. The one that Demetrius Andrade. He couldn't get nobody in the ring. The other slick black fighter, Jermall Charlo, in the ring with him. Couldn't get him in there. So when you talk about the path of least resistance, brother, like where are you getting this from, Mr. Tom Browne, sir? I totally disagree with you. Because when I look at who this guy's been fighting, Hugo Centeno Jr., Matt Korobov, Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan, that sounds like a Subway sandwich, Sergey Derevyanchenko, which was a damn good fight, Juan Montiel, who he went life and death with, and now he's fighting Macy Suzuki or Sulecki. Brother, this is the pure definition of fighting the path, taking the path of least resistance. Let's look at our good brother, David Benavidez. Our good brother, David Benavidez. Let's look him up. And I like David Benavidez. I do. I like David Benavidez a lot. He's a good fighter. Love David Benavidez. I love David Benavidez. He's a good fighter. And Benavidez want that smoke. I can't even. Listen, I can't even lie, dog. David Benavidez want the smoke. He can't get the fighters. It's not David Benavidez's fault that fighters on his same side of the street with the PBC refuse to fight him. It's not his fault. He can't get these guys from the PBC to get in the ring with him. It's not his fault. Can't even blame David Benavidez. But David Benavidez has been trying to get these guys in the ring. Our good brother David Benavidez, this will be a hell of a matchup for Canelo, in my opinion. But he's fighting David Lemieux. He's fighting David Lemieux next. David Lemieux was a bad boy when he was a champion. He fought Kyron Davis. Because he couldn't get nobody else in the ring with him, David Benavidez. I think Kyron Davis was a last-minute replacement. something like that. He fought Mr. Ronald Ellis. Mr. Ronald Ellis stopped him in the 11th round. He fought Romer Angulo. You see what I'm saying? Angulo. That was a 10th round stoppage right there. And he fought Anthony Durrell, the dog. He stopped the dog in 9 rounds. And then I remember this Jalen Love fight. I remember the Jalen Love fight. So, and I get it. I understand. I mean, I feel Tom Browne. Tom Browne feels that, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, I would rather get Canelo on our side of the street. And I get it. Canelo is the cash cow of boxing. He is that guy. Everybody wants to get the Canelo sweepstakes. I just thought that he felt kind of salty myself. This is why he threw a jab at Canelo. And now let's go to the other guys who saying that Canelo is ducking. Canelo is ducking. This guy, my favorite, our good brother Fanon. As you can see, got a nice little smile on his face. $55 million duck. Someone sent me this video today. I listened to some of it. I didn't listen to all of it. You know what I mean? But hey, Tom Browne gave these boys some ammunition. So now the narrative is, and it's doing good. 15,000 views is doing well. Now the narrative is Tom Browne exposed Canelo Alvarez. As a matter of fact, sorry about that, guys. Now I thought y'all was seeing it. Here it goes right here. Sorry about that, guys. This is the new narrative now. $55 million duck. This is the new narrative. Oh boy. Hey man, if you feel that Canelo is ducking a welterweight, David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo, fine. If you feel that way, if that's the way you feel, fine. If that's the way you feel, right? I just dropped the receipt to you guys, but I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all. Let me do this. Let me do this, guys. Let me do this. I got something for y'all. Another one bites the dust over here, boy. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Let's see. Let's pull this receipt up right here. Let's pull this receipt up right here. I like to pull up receipts over here. Let's do this. Hold on, guys. Let's do this. Now, according to the narrative, Canelo Alvarez ducked 2 slick black fighters and a Mexican-American by the name of David Benavidez, according to the narrative. These guys hate Canelo with a passion. I'm not a part of the Canelo Alvarez defense team, but I'm finna break this shit off real proper like. Shout out to Tommy Gunn for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Bivol faced Joe Smith Jr. that hits harder than Canelo, so don't expect Canelo to get Bivol out. Yeah, I don't know how that fight gonna turn down. Shout out to Haymon for dropping that $1. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to you, fam. Let's continue. Now, okay, so he's ducking. Canelo is ducking, is ducking 3 PBC fighters. Okay. Let's break this down. Let's hear what the fighters who he's supposed to be ducking, let's hear what they got to say.
Hey, get the out of here.
You know, we had Jermall Charlo on last week, and he said he's tired of people talking about Canelo's ducking him because he went up to a higher weight class, which is a harder fight at 175 pounds.
Like saying it's a bad thing, boy, ducking in it. Like I don't know why people came up with this duck. Like I don't know why people came up with this duck.
You see what I'm saying? Now this is Jermall Charlo. Let me let you guys hear this again, because these same people who's pushing this duck narrative, the fighters who you say that Canelo was ducking, is saying the total opposite of you clickbait YouTube channels. Let's go back though. Let's go back. Let's go back. No, I do not own the rights to this materials for education purposes only. I want you guys to hear this one more again.
Hey, get the out of here.
You know, we had Jermall Charlo on last week, and he said he's tired of people talking about Canelo's ducking him because he went up to a higher weight class, which is a harder fight at 175 pounds.
Like saying it's a bad thing, boy, ducking in it. Like I don't know why people came up with this duck. Like I don't know why people came up with this duck and came up with like
a fight. We fighters, bro. We're not scared of nobody.
Hey, get the out of here.
Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, Canelo right now, he's doing whatever he want to do.
That's Errol Spence. We just heard Jermall Charlo. That's Errol Spence. Let's continue.
Man, and he's chasing history. I mean, just moving up like that and fighting, the champion at that weight class. That's what he's doing is unheard of. Just skipping weight classes, going up and down, fighting people. I mean, much respect them. He's doing whatever he want to do. So.
All right, so now you hear Errol Spence, the career welterweight, say that Canelo Alvarez is not ducking him. He's skipping weight classes. He's making history. Yada yada yada. So we got two fighters who these narrative pushing ass people are saying that Canelo was ducking. Those two fighters feel totally different. Let's go on to the next one.
Say he ducking anybody. I don't feel like he ducking anybody. Say he ducking anybody. I don't feel like he ducking anybody.
Hey, get the out of here.
David Benavidez.
Running the Canelo tonight. If you see him, would you say anything to him?
I mean, I would just congratulate him on the great champion he is. I have nothing against him, and I'm trying to go out because I look up to him.
Huh?
Trying to go on because I look up to him.
He's a great champion, and that's what I'm trying to be in the future too. So I'm not. There's no bad blood.
Let's stop right there. So David Benavidez said, hey, man, he's trying to be like Canelo. He looks up to Canelo. There's no bad blood with him or Canelo, and he's not saying that Canelo was ducking him. All right. Here you go, man. Hey, man, shout out to my main man, Mark Nash. Hey, phone lines is open for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
20 people match my donations. Donate to the show, support. Yeah, so let me drop this number. Anybody feeling some type of way? Again, I just bodied that. That just got bodied in 47? Yeah, that just got bodied. It just got bodied. Like, I get it, guys. I get it. You don't like Canelo. I get it. You don't like him. It is what it is. I get it. But the ducking narrative really has to stop. It don't got old now. It don't got old now. Phone lines is open. Somebody was calling me from New York. Call back. You want me to believe this, but the very same people who you guys, and they're watching me right now. These channels that I'm talking about, they're watching me right now. I told you, everybody watches me. They watch me. My detractors, my haters, they love me, right? The phone lines is open. As a matter of phone lines is open, man. 530-494-9636. Anybody feeling some type of way, call me. So Tom Browne, sir, you want me to believe that the path of least resistance was taken by Canelo? When I look at these guys who you're talking about, they literally ain't fought no goddamn body, especially the one that's in the middleweight division. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Mark Nash, ATL. Shouted, what up, though?
Big Mark Nash, what's going on, my brother? What's happening, fam? Talk to me.
Man, Coach, how you feel? Hell of a show. Got a question for you, though, Coach. Like,
go ahead.
I hear people trying to say Canelo's ducking, but nobody's looking at it from the aspect of Errol Spence is not trying to handle his business. Like, he's trying to pull a Kell Brooks or Mikey Garcia, like he want to sell his O to a guy 2 divisions up. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean about if he fought Canelo, he wouldn't be fighting Crawford.
Exactly. Or once he go there and get his ass kicked, because I don't see him beating Canelo at 164.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Because he ain't fighting carrying that way.
Yeah.
He loses all his advantages that he has at 147 fighting Canelo at 164. And I don't think his skill set, his boxing acumen, or his discipline is high enough to beat Canelo at 164. So nobody's looking at it from that aspect. Like, you guys would have been okay with that? Like, your boy going up there like Kell Brooks and possibly getting his face broken. Who knows what could have happened? Maybe this eyeball would have popped out for real face to Canelo. But I'm just saying, Coach, the fact that he was even considering this proves that he didn't want to fight Crawford. They've been doing everything they can to not fight Crawford, man. And I think the kid is in the corner, and there's no other fights out there he's gonna be able to take, and people gonna respect it, other than that kid from Omar who got that last piece to the puzzle. So I appreciate the show. I appreciate the content, and I'm definitely interested in what you have to say about that part of the story. Because
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like
Hey,
he's selling
hey, Mark.
himself.
You know what I think about that. This is what they're going to say because they're already saying it. I already know. I know these guys very well. They're going to say that, hey man, listen, he moved up to really challenge himself to show his greatness by taking on the pound for pound king Canelo Alvarez. You know, he's fighting a way harder, tougher fight. So they're already saying that right now. I study these guys. I know exactly what they're saying. So that's how they chump that off. They're going to spin it and say, hey, he wasn't, you know, Spence is not ducking Crawford by fighting Canelo. How can he duck Crawford by fighting Canelo? That's stupid. He's fighting someone that's harder, bigger, stronger than Canelo. So this is how they flip that. I'm telling you right now. If you think I'm lying, go online and you'll see exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take your next call, but what do you say to that, Coach? I'm definitely curious about that, and thank you for taking my call.
Shout out
to
to
the next one, all right?
Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Mark Nash. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even think about it like that till you just mentioned it, and I'm like, damn, if he wait a minute, I thought he was gonna try to become undisputed at 147. If he doesn't want to become undisputed at 147, so he was just gonna vacate the belts and leave and go fight Canelo if he could have got that fight. I don't know how that would have worked out, but I do feel some type of way about it. But I'm not gonna have a civil war about it. I'm gonna tell you, know why I'm not gonna have a civil war about it? Because I'm on record of saying that this fight is not going to happen anyways. I'm on record saying that. You know what I mean? So, let's see. We got another call calling in. Caller, what's your name? Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Joseph from San Antonio, Texas.
Joseph from San Antonio, Texas. Talk to me, fam. What you want to talk about?
Yeah, so a lot of people were saying that Canelo is ducking Benavidez, he's ducking Charlo, but people gotta understand, you gotta look at their best opponents that they beaten. Charlo is beating Juan Montiel. That's the best opponent he's beaten. How is he ducking Charlo? Charlo ain't done nothing for the fight, you know? Benavidez, the best guy he beat is Anthony Durrell. And then they people in the comments, they're gonna try to say, who's Bivol? Who has he beat? I mean, he beat Joe Smith, had 24-0 with 20 knockouts. You know what I mean? I mean, how is he ducking, what's his name, Benavidez and Charlo, when he's going up and fighting a champion, undefeated champion that just beat a champion in the 175-pound division? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't. And what you got to understand is this. These guys speak in the echo chamber. So, you know, a lot of these guys, they don't really know. They only know like 4 or 5 fighters. And that's the fighters that's the fighters that these certain channels, that's the fighters that they always talk about. They talk about 3 or 4 fighters, 4 or 5 fighters, and that's about it. You know, their subscribers and their fan base really is low IQ. They don't know any better.
Right.
So, you know, they depend on these guys for the information. That's their sheeple. And you know, I do everything in my power to disrespect them and those guys. I really don't care, you know, and that's what it is. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I just want to address it. And let me get back to addressing what Mark Nash has said as well. But salute to you, fam. Shout out to Joseph from San Antonio. I appreciate you calling, my brother. Mark Nash, my answer to that, brother, is this. The reason why I don't feel some type of way about that as well, because if Errol Spence chose to, hey, I don't want to fight Crawford, I wanted to move up to fight Canelo Alvarez, it proved what I said December 16th already. I got a video, Mark, stamp, December 16th, when I said that Terrence Crawford, you need to stop chasing Errol Spence. The boy don't want to fight you. Leave him alone. So it would just support what I already said. I'm hoping that video is wrong. Please, I hope that video was wrong. But that's what I said. So I don't even feel no type of way about that, bro. Because I was of the opinion that it ain't going to happen any goddamn ways. Phone lines is open. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Phone lines is open. Bill, what'd you say? He said Bivol's resume better than Spence, Jermall, and Benavidez's resume combined. Let me see something. Let's look at Bivol. Let's look at Bivol. Bivol is a champion, right? He's a champion. Let's see. A lot of those guys, they never even heard of Bivol. You know, again, a lot of these guys, they know nothing about boxing. They know about their 4 or 5 black fighters who they talk about, and that's about it. I'm just being honest with you. I told you guys, this boxing shit has become more TMZ-ish right now. Let's see, Dmitry Bivol. Somebody called with no caller ID. Jason Mones called with no caller ID. Okay. Jason Mones called with no caller ID. My stalker. I got a male stalker by the name of, his stalker name is Jason Moles. Nigga call me every goddamn day. Jason Moles, if you want me to answer a no caller ID, I told you, you got to pay. You got to pay. You got to drop $20. If you send me a $20 super chat, I will answer your no caller ID call. Where you came from, sir. I care nothing about you. You know this. Shout out to my main man, Reggie Owens in the building. Shout out to Reggie Owens. 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 Salute to my brother, man. Reggie Reg in the building, man. Shout out to E Thriller, man. Mark Nash. So I am of the opinion that fight, if that would have went down like that, I am of that opinion. Opinion that it wouldn't happen anyways. Burt Wood, what you say, family? Say, coach, you need to tighten up. Love for now. Yeah, I got much love. I got much love for now. I got much love for the brother. Much love for the brother, man. I'm just saying, I'm just in disagreement with him about this. I'm in disagreement. David Benavidez say $50. Hey, Dave, shout out to my brother Dave, man. My brother Dave. Well, be more. Tune, what you say, family? Say Bivol is too big for Spence. Yeah, he's a light heavyweight. Again, hold on. Shout out to Edwin Castillo for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, coach, defense team or not, you're the man putting these fools on false claims. He said, I hope you roast. I hope you roast them like when you told them to kick yourself all out. Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, they can, you know me, man. You have free will over here. If you come over to this channel and you don't like me, you freely came over here. You can freely leave. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no never mind over here, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hold nothing back. And the phone number's right there. You feel some type of way, call in, shit. I don't duck no smoke. I'm just saying, dog, like, make this shit make sense to me. Now, let's pull up Bivol's resume. Let's pull him up. Now, he only had 19 fights. He fought Craig Richards, Joe Smith Jr. That was not an easy feat. I remember Joe Smith. I remember when Bernard Hopkins say, I never let a white boy beat me. Like, but you already got beat by 2 white boys prior. You said that. Sergey Kovalev and Kawasaki. He forgot all about those two. And Joe Smith Jr. knocked him through the ropes. Joe Smith, he knocked Bernard through the ropes, man. He had to do B-hop like that, man. But anyway, let's continue. Let's see. He fought Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal was a former champion as well. You know what I mean? So he fought on Sullivan Barrera. Sullivan Barrera had beat Sergey Kovalev. I think this is the guy that beat Sergey Kovalev one time. So shit, just with Sullivan Barrera, Jean Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., Craig Richards. Craig Richards was okay. That was a pretty good fight. And he's fighting Saul Canelo Alvarez next. I'm like, well, shit, man, bro, just these 3 alone, these 3 guys I just named was better than them other guys that you talking about that he's supposed to be ducking. Their resume. So what the hell are you talking about? No, I mean outside of Errol Spence, but Errol Spence is a welterweight. I don't even know why they would offer Errol Spence to move up to a catchweight at 164. That don't even make no damn sense. That's too much goddamn weight for Errol Spence to be gaining any goddamn weight. Of course, Errol Spence will take the fight because it's a payday. You see what I'm saying? But come on, man, cut that shit out, man. That shit don't even make no sense, dog. Shout out to Toon for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, so question. Spence fight Canelo, he ducked Bud, but months ago, was supposed to want to fight Charlo. Is that not the same thing or no? The reason why he wanted to fight Charlo was because he was saying that if he can't land the Errol Spence fight, he would move up, vacate his title to fight Jermall Charlo. I think that's the one part that you're missing too. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's what that is, fam. Shout out to Tommy Gunn for dropping that half a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, coach, if you look at the John Pascal fight, that was literally Bivol versus Canelo going to be the whole fight. Yeah, you know what? Anytime anytime you move up in weight, dog, and you fighting the guy that's a champion, an undefeated champion, like Bivol has a damn good jab. He has a damn good jab. That boy can fight. He understands distance and range. bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. I really think this is a 50-50 fight, bro. This is a 50-50 fight, and there's no guarantee that Canelo's gonna beat this guy. But Canelo is saying he's gonna beat him. He's gonna beat him. We're gonna see. But I'm gonna tell you something. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about my prediction for the fight. We ain't gonna talk about that. We'll do that. We'll do that some other time. We'll talk about that. Adrian, what you say, family? I love your show, coach. I wish everybody was like biased and things according to what their fighters accomplished. I guess you're trying. I don't know what you're saying there. Like bias or wasn't bias. Shout out to CJC for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "Why isn't Charlo getting heat for fighting Sulecki?" Oh, brother, I know you're new to the channel, bro. I am one of Jermall Charlo's biggest critics because I have pointed out how weak and sugar water his resume is since he's been in the middleweight division. I have been giving him heat, brother. I just backed up off of him because I realized that my expectations of Jermall Charlo was too high, so I'm just gonna leave him alone. He's not that fighter that I thought he was. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Block Boys Entertainment CEO. What's up?
Man, Rob Boy Fresh, talk to me, fam. Talk to me.
You got my text, I thank you, but let's just chill out about it. So hold up, real quick, Mo. Let me get this right. And I'm real harsh. I don't give a fuck. I'm accessible.
Speak your mind.
So let me get this right, Mo. Cinnamon is ducking a motherfucker with one eye, a drinking problem, and a career welterweight. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm telling you. He's ducking.
No, you can't tell me that. That can't be the narrative running around this motherfucking ass.
Yeah, that's the narrative. That's the narrative. I just showed you. I showed you the brother who made the video.
Only credible he's ever snatched in his career was a lightweight who moved up 2 weight classes. His only credible he ever snatched in his career. And Cinnamon is ducking him?
Yeah, Cinnamon is ducking him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gotta go to the other. You gotta go to the other fighters as well. What about Jermall Charlo? He's ducking him too. Now
you talking about Ball, who I had to put in my resignation for the Lions Only PBC Chapter presidentship because he went 12 with Montiel. That Maul, the Maul is actually fighting Selecki. That Maul is
Wait a minute.
Talking about that.
Hold on, Selecki. Well, bro, what you talking about? Selecki is pound for pound one of the best middleweights in the division, brother. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. Macy Selecki. Selecki is one of the baddest fighters in the sport of boxing right now. You hating on Jermall Charlo right now, Ron boy. You hating, brother.
I think he do know that Andrade whooped Selecki ass years ago, right? And I'm still trying to figure out what fight, what boxer on Benavidez' resume or Charlo's resume that can't touch Bivol's resume. Like, you could just say John Pascal if you want to be real.
Okay.
You dig what I'm telling you?
Okay.
And if Benavidez, and I don't have a problem with Benavidez because I try to keep Benavidez out of it because he keep it cool.
Yeah, Benavidez is a good fighter.
I'm gonna leave him out of it. But if Benavidez want to impress me, honestly, he needs to go up and fight Marcus Bragg. Because after David Lemieux, what he gonna do?
Yeah. And let me ask you, Ron boy, let me ask you a question. What do you feel that Tom Browne, the promoter of the PBC,
I spoke to Tom Browne about Board too, but go ahead.
Said about Canelo took the path of least resistance by choosing to go this route versus signing to fight a 3-fight deal or 2-3 fight deal to fight Spence or Charlo or Benavidez. What do you got to think about? What do you got to say about that?
Well, I mean, what does Tom Browne have to remember? I thought they own their own promotional company. They don't fight for no promoters.
Yeah. They say they own bosses. They own bosses. That's what they say.
Wait a minute, who Tom Browne? What promotional company he owns? It's not Tom Browne Promotions. So why is he worried about Mandel? Right? I thought they had Mandel and Lions Only promotion and shit. They don't have no promotion.
Yeah, that's just stuff on paper. That's all it is. You know that. That's all.
But see, you see how none of this shit be making sense to me, Slim? Like, everybody run with these silly-ass narratives, or they own balls, but why is that man speaking for their business if they own balls?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the purpose of Tom Browne. I don't even know. I guess he felt like he needed to just address the record or something. And
Browne is the lead promoter. That's the fact is they do have promoters. They pull up a narrative as if they don't, but they have a promoter, and it's Tom Browne. The promoter is under the PBC umbrella. But if you say that, motherfuckers get their little feelings hurt when you say these things. Why are they fighting under Tom Browne promotion?
Yeah, they fight under Tom Browne promotion. That's that's the white dude, right? The old white dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The same dude I asked at the Crawford fight and Porter fight in Vegas, where's Bud contract at? He said he didn't have one for him.
That fight happened 6 months ago. That fight happened 6 months ago.
Yeah, he told me that. I was like, y'all supposed to have a contract in this dressing room, just like y'all had one for the winner of Ugas and Manny. It was already signed, right? Where was Bud? Y'all knew Bud was a free agent. So y'all know y'all never wanted to make the fight. But yeah, that's all. No, what was up? But that's it. No, you know me. I just come in with that. I'm a straight shooter. I ain't got time for this sucker shit.
No, man, we ain't with it, man. Hey, Ron Boy, man, much love to my brother Ron Boy Fresh, man. I got a lot of love for this brother. He's a straight shooter. He's gonna tell it like it is. And he got a lot of people that don't like him, but that's okay. He doesn't care. And it is what it is. Go ahead, man. Shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh, man. Salute, fam. Shout out to Poppy. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, will the LGBT dudes give Nello credit for beating Bivol? No, and I mean, they never even heard of Bivol. A lot of those guys. You know what I mean? Nah. I'm gonna tell you something, fam. It's something that I learned a long time ago that my mother taught me a long time ago. She said, listen, man, if somebody don't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make them like you. They don't like Canelo, and that's fine. They have a right not to like him. So Canelo can fight King Kong and Godzilla, and their fighter can literally fight the Powerpuff Girls, Mojo Jojo, Smurfette, Papa Smurf, and Brainy Smurf, and they'll look at that, the Smurf record, and say, look how tough that competition was, and discredit everything the other guy has done, because they just don't like the guy. The crazy part about it is this, though. The fighters who these narrative pushing channels out there are saying that Canelo is ducking. Do you notice those guys are saying the total opposite of what they said? Those guys are saying, no, man, he ain't ducking me. Jermall Charlo said, I don't know where they got that from. Where they got Canelo ducking me from? I don't know where they got that from. Errol Spence said, no, man, Canelo doing great things, fighting multiple weight divisions. You know what I mean? He ain't ducking at all. That's what Errol Spence said. And David Benavidez said, I want to be just like Canelo. So that's primary source of information. We heard it directly from the fighters' mouths that the narrative pushers and their subscribers are saying that Canelo is ducking. How can he duck the fighters when those very same fighters are saying the total opposite of the narrative that you're pushing out there? Make it make sense to me. True. Tommy Gunn, what you say, fam? For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Tommy Gunn said, oh my God, shots fired. Bivol just compared Canelo to Gene. They got different styles. They got different styles. You know what I mean? Just different styles. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, fam. Shout out to Jaime Rivera for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said they can say what they want, coach, but Canelo is working the PBC guys, outworking the PBC guys combined. Like him or not, give him the respect and love for that. Man, listen, the crazy part about it is this here. The crazy part about it is this here. Canelo is a hot topic. Y'all hit that like button for the old boy. Let's get over 300 likes. Canelo is a hot topic. These guys, again, they have an obsession with this guy. Now, In defense of those guys, Tom Browne did give the ammunition by dropping this interview. I dropped the link in the description below so you guys can check it out. I dropped the link in the description below. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. I dropped the link in the description below. So you guys can check that article out, you know, the interview he gave. But it seems to me that the objective is we have to fight this Canelo. You have a roster of fighters that are all supposed to be superstars. He's a star. This is what Leonard Ellerby be saying. He's a star. They're supposed to be superstars, right? You talk all of this stuff about certain non-black fighters afraid to fight the other slick black fighters. So we're going to address the elephant in the room. I've been hearing this shit since I've been on YouTube. While ignoring the fact that the black fighters are refusing to fight each other. And instead of you're saying, you know what, man, and I said this a long time ago, you slow-ass individuals. Yes, I'm talking to you. Those guys. I said, y'all need to stop chasing this boy from Mexico, man, and fight each other, get the bag, and make this money. This is why I'm an advocate of Crawford and Spence fighting each other. As Ron Boyfriend said, the white dude, Tom Browne, who promote all of the black fighters and Latino fighters fights at the PBC, may I add, he said they ain't got a contract for Bud. I just read your interview yesterday with Terrence Crawford. He said, hey, man, he ain't been sent nothing to offer anything. No one has reached out to him for the PBC. He's been a free agent for 6 months. So they'll reach out to Canelo, but they won't reach out to the skinny, dark-skinned dude from Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, I get it. I get it. So your plan got to be, it got to be more than just, hey, man, we're going to wait on Canelo to get the bag. The boy from Mexico ain't thinking about you. You get what I'm saying? So I just think that, as a matter of fact, that was some shade that Tom Browne did. And if he want to give shade, that's fine. Let's see what the polls say. 361 people participated in the poll, and 89% says yes. Tom Browne and the PBC are salty that they were not able to sign Canelo to a multi-fight deal. Let's end the poll so you guys can see. Let's end the poll so you guys can see it. Want you guys to see the poll. And the question was, do you think that Tom Browne and the PBC are salty at Canelo because he didn't sign a multi-fight deal with them? As you can see, 88% of the people in the poll, out of 361 people, 361 votes, said yes, they are salty. 11% said no, they are not salty. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. Shout out to my brother Retro. He said Canelo is too big for him. He's too big for Crawford too. Yes, he is. He will break Crawford and Spence in half. He's too big. The boy hit too hard. Canelo is doing the right thing, fighting Bivol. Fighting Bivol. Tyree, what you say, fam? He said Errol is going to beat Bud into submission, and then Canelo and him will be huge. Well, the only way that's going to happen, sir, the only way that Errol is going to have to be able to beat Bivol in submission. Terrence Crawford has been a free agent for 6 months, and Errol Spence's boss, Al Haymon, and Tom Browne, they have not even sent Terrence Crawford a contract yet. So in order for that fight to happen, in order for Errol Spence to beat the guy, his handlers, which is Tom Browne, Mr. Tom Browne, and Al Haymon, they have to get a guy on a contract. They haven't reached out to him, so I don't see how that's going to happen anytime soon, sir. Shout out to Mr. Naive. Hey, for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Mr. Nice said PBC won Payday. Gotta pay Ortiz and Thurman on pay-per-view debt. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Damian Bennett, what you say, fam? You say clearly it's all about the money. When are we going to address the real issue? Yes, it is about the money, Damian Bennett. But this is the thing, though. Canelo Alvarez is the money. So whatever money that Canelo Alvarez, whatever money that they was offering Canelo for a contract, it's not like, Canelo was bringing that money. He's bringing the bag. as it relates to Canelo. As it relates to the Crawford issue, we don't know what the problem is because they have not reached out to Crawford at all. So I can't say it's about the money when it's like me saying, hey, man, I can't work with Damian Bennett, man, because he's going to want too much money. Did you talk to Damian Bennett? No, I ain't talked to him. Do you know what Damian Bennett wants for you to work for him? No, I don't know what he wants because I haven't talked to him. So how do you know it's the money? I'm just saying. I got a GED, though. I got a GED. I ain't the smartest guy in the world. I have a GED. I have a GED. Reyes, what you say, family? Say Bivol slow, no punching power, and got a shitty barber. We'll talk about who I think gonna win the fight, later on. We'll talk about who I think gonna win the fight. This later on this week. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. The neutral corner. He said people upset that Canelo can beat him, but not by KO. What the F are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. If there's a civil war going on about Canelo and Bivol, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. What you say, fam? He said why these content creators didn't know about Tim Scott offer with Canelo. I thought some of them had inside info. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you talking about no, you talking about Tim Scott or Tim Smith? Yeah, I don't know, fam. Zuwami, what you say, fam? He say the pirate from Dallas getting smoked by the Omaha killer. It just for me, guys, it gotta make sense. Shout out to the Queen, all that, man, and shout out to the Queen, Bless 365. It just doesn't make sense to me, dog. You're telling me that he's ducking Spence. Spence is on audio saying that the man ain't ducking me at all, man. The man doing great things. I love what Canelo's doing. You said that he's ducking Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo was on video saying, hey, man, I don't know where they got that from, man. Canelo ducking. Canelo ain't ducking me. I ain't never say that. He even denied saying it, even though he did say it. He's denied it. And David Benavidez said, I want to be just like Canelo. So you capping for dudes who not even following your same talking points. Make it make sense, dog. Make it make sense. At least get the fighters to back your talking points. Shout out to Call Me Drew for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Call Me Drew. He's PBC means equals please bring Canelo. Bro, it doesn't make any sense, dog. It doesn't make any sense. You don't like the guy, you hate him, okay, fine. But goddamn, you got these other fights that you can make. You're going to have to explain to me why Jermall Charlo ain't fighting none of the PBC fighters. And why David Benavidez can't get Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo in the ring. You got to explain that to me. Shout out to Mr. Calderon for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Oh, what you say, Mr. Calderon? He said, I don't understand why people are worried about Canelo when ESJ has another champion in his division. Exactly. Got another guy. Got another guy that's down there. Said you want to be undisputed, right? Got another guy you can deal with. You can't make this up like this. This is something else. Like, bro, I get it, dog. I get it. He said you can't make this stuff up. If you don't stand for something, the Alphabet Boys will have you fall for anything. Game over. It is what it is, man.
True.
Bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. Like I be trying to, man. I don't get it, bro.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Like I don't get it. I don't understand. I understand, guys, that what this dude with Canelo. I ain't pocket watching or nothing, but it's public record. This man got a net worth of over $150 million, something like that. Like this dude, do you really think? And for you guys who like to push these narratives, I know you're watching me, Mr. Fanon, Mr. Blue. I know you guys are watching me. So, and your subscribers are watching me right now. So y'all take this back to your leaders. Take this back to headquarters. You guys are YouTubers, just like I am a YouTuber. And you can't even manage a McDonald's. You're doing good by managing your channels. I take my hat off to you. You've been doing it for years. Give you guys a round of applause. There's nothing wrong with opinions. We all have them. I have my opinion. You guys have y'all. There's no problem. But make this make sense to me. A guy that's the face of the sport of boxing has fought champion after champion after champion. Became undisputed in 11 months. Fighters on your roster, the PBC, praises Canelo and want to be like Canelo. But you want me to believe that those fighters who are praising him and want to be like him, he's ducking those guys. Some of those same guys who have been in a weight division for 5 years and have fought 0 champions since he's been in the division. Make it make sense to me. Shout out to Carl Hansen.
Now who sent you, nigga?
Salute to Charles Hansen, man. Salute to my brother Charles Hansen, man. Hey, okay. For dropping that $7.99. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, salute, coach, my brother, the GOAT. He said, can we have Haney's dance for the old boy? Oh, y'all want Haney? Oh, you know what, man? Every time I see Bless, I always got to do Haney's dance for her. My brother right here, what you say, fam? Hold on. What you say, fam? Hold on. Holmes, he said he did duck Jermall at 154 and Jermall at 160. What are you talking about? I think you mean to say Jermall, brother. I think you meant to say Jermall. Okay, let's do this. I think you pulled up here late, brother. I think you pulled up late, so let me do this. Holmes, you are of the opinion, what you said, you mean Jermall, right? You mean Jermall. I want to give you an opportunity to clarify the record. My brother. You mean Jermall, right? You mean Jermall, right? Is that what you mean, sir? Well, I'm gonna assume that you mean Jermall. Riley, what you say, family? Say, why was the franchise belt created then? No, you're right about that. We talked about the franchise belt. They did create the franchise belt for Canelo Alvarez. But he ended up fighting Triple G and Daniel Jacobs. I talked about that already, but that's for another show. But I want to show you something. Hold on. I think the brothers, he's saying that Canelo did duck him. Okay. So, sir, what did would you like to hear what Jermall Charlo said? I'm gonna let you hear what Jermall Charlo said. Let's go. Canelo ducked Jermall Charlo. Do you guys want to hear what Jermall Charlo said? You're saying that Jermall Charlo was ducked by Canelo. Canelo ducked him. So surely Jermall Charlo would be backing you up saying the exact same thing, right? Let's continue.
Hey, get the out of here.
You know, we had Jermall Charlo on last week, and he said he's tired of people talking about Canelo's ducking him because he went up to a higher weight class, which is a harder fight at 175 pounds.
Like saying it's a bad thing, boy, ducking in it. Like I don't know why people came up with this duck. Like I don't know why people came up with this duck and came up with like a fight. We fighters, bro. We're not scared of nobody.
That's what Jermall Charlo said, sir. So if you want me to believe that Canelo ducked Jermall Charlo, how come Jermall Charlo is saying the total opposite of what you're trying to get me to believe, sir? Make it make sense. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? It's Saquon from Brooklyn again. How you doing?
Saquon, talk to me, fam. Saquon from Brooklyn. I'm gonna write your name down. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Yo, so I have to clear up a couple of things that you said earlier in the podcast that were absolutely incorrect. All right. The first one is that Tom Browne isn't the promoter; he's the matchmaker. The promoter and the matchmaker are two different people. So Al Haymon, he works for Al Haymon. It's not the other way around.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
I know
that.
you didn't say. I know you didn't say that part. I know you didn't say that, but you made a reference that the all-black promotion of PBC is using a white promoter, and I'm just letting you know that Tom Browne isn't the promoter; he's the matchmaker. Those are two different responsibilities within the fight game.
So who the promoter is? So who the promoter is? Tom Browne. Tom Browne don't promote the PBC fighters. TGB Promotions?
So I'm going to tell you. So the way that Al Haymon has it managed is that all of the fighters have their own promotion company, and PBC have their own promotional company. So except for Gervonta Davis, but because he's promoted through Mayweather. So if you see Lions Only Promotions, Errol Spence has Man Down, Sean Porter had Porter Promotions. So all of the way that Al Haymon sets it up, which is way better than all the other people, is that he has the promoters doing their own promotion, but he's still backing them financially by setting up the fights. So PBC backs them financially either through PBC itself or through Showtime, which is why most of the PBC fighters are on Showtime. So Tom Browne is just a matchmaker because you have to have a matchmaker based on the state athletic commission. So I just want you to be clearing that up just real quick.
No, sir, sir, you are totally wrong. Tom Browne promotes all of their fights, sir.
Tom Browne's the matchmaker. He has the Tom Browne put TGB Promotions, yes, but he's the matchmaker.
All right, well, sir, go, Saquon, go ahead, Saquon.
Let me go to the second component. Let me go to the second one because we're not going to agree on this one.
We're not going to agree.
The second one is that Canelo isn't paying Charlo or Benavidez or Errol Spence. You're making it seem like the payday is because they're fighting Canelo, but Canelo's not paying them. PBC is paying Canelo, and PBC knows that the fight will generate enough money to pay Canelo $55 million.
Let me stop you right there. How do they know?
They're chasing Canelo because Canelo's paying them. And that's not true.
That is true.
I got you.
No, that is true. But hear me out, my brother. Why would they offer Canelo $100 million if they don't know that Canelo is going to generate $100 million? Well, their fight is going to generate that much by fighting Canelo, because Canelo is the draw. Can we agree on that?
We don't disagree with that, Coach. We're on the same page. But the way you're talking is Canelo is paying these men.
Yes,
Canelo's not paying anybody, bro.
I think you
generating this based on.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I don't mean he's paying them like, hey, I'm gonna give you 10 million or 20 million out of my pocket. I don't mean that. What I mean by that is because Canelo is the draw. He is the one that's bringing the money because of his name. This is why the company, Showtime or whatever the case may be, they are willing, when they make their estimates, we'll pay this guy this much amount of money because he is going, his name alone is a big enough draw to draw that kind of money where we can not only make our money back, but have it, with the profit. So that's what I mean by that. I don't necessarily mean, I hope you caught what I was saying, but apparently you didn't. He is the draw.
I caught what you're saying, but I think
that's
that some other people, but I think that some other people may not. So maybe you may be saying one thing, right? And then another person, because there's a lot of memes that go around with Canelo going, you want payday. Yeah. And people are misconstruing that Canelo's not paying anybody. Canelo's not paying nobody. People are paying Canelo. Now his name, his draw are the ones that generate that gate and generate the pay-per-view. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
When people are going, you want payday, they misconstruing. They thinking that when Boo Boo Andre is pressing him for a fight, that they think that Boo Boo is trying to get paid by Canelo. No, Boo Boo's trying to get the fight with Canelo so that the promoter pays them both. Now Boo Boo knows that he'll get the most money by fighting Canelo, obviously, but I think that there's a disconnection that people think that Canelo's paying them. That motherfucker ain't paying nobody.
I say, Corn, I think you're missing the point, because Canelo is the draw, because those fighters who fight Canelo are going to make the most money that they've ever made. That's Canelo paying them. This is what he's talking about,
right,
sir. That's what he's talking about.
But Coach, I hear what you're saying. We're on the same page.
Right.
But a casual is going to think that Canelo is paying them. No, the black man named Al Haymon is paying Canelo. So when you say that, and I agree with you, what you're saying is 100% true. But the way your verbiage is, you would think that the white Mexican is paying the black promoter. That's what we say. All these black fighters.
I get what you say.
for money.
I get what
and
you
that's
said.
not the case, bro.
No, I get what you said.
Okay, that's
you,
it.
you don't
Good
like the
show,
way
Coach.
you
Good
don't
show.
like the way I delivered the message. Okay. Shout out to Saquon. Shout out to Saquon.
The Bible, you can quote the Bible and defend slavery, bro.
Shout out to
I just
Saquon,
don't
man.
like the way that you quoting this thing right now. That's all.
All right. Shout out to
Have a good day,
Saquon.
Coach.
Yeah,
Have a
shout out
good
to
day.
Saquon. Saquon got a problem. My brother got a problem with the way I said it. So shout out to Mr. Calderon for dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, Saquon got me laughing, man. He said, Carla doing Haymonomics and filibustering. Shout out to Saquon. Saquon funny in the bug, bro. Oh my God, boy. Damn, what Saquon, man. Saquon is hilarious, bro. Oh. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Batman, Coach. What up?
Batman, talk to me, fam. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
These motherfuckers are retarded, bro. Canelo is paying these motherfuckers because where do they think the money is coming from? You can't go fight Matthew Celestia and make $10 million. The reason why they can afford to pay Canelo's opponent is because of Canelo's name. So Canelo is paying these motherfuckers.
Isn't that what I
The
said?
reason why they can afford to pay Canelo $55 million is because Canelo's gonna bring 70,000 to Cowboy Stadium. He's gonna sell 600, 800,000 pay-per-view buys. Where do they think the money is coming from?
It's coming from Al Haymon.
Al Haymon ain't going to his bank account and pulling that shit out.
The $100 million is coming from Al Haymon.
What are they talking about? It's crazy how much. It's no different. So what did they think? Floyd was coming out of his pocket and paying these opponents? When Floyd was saying he was going to hit the Mayweather sweepstakes, they thought he was coming out of his pocket and paying? No, it was his namesake. His name on it was going to bring his opponent the most money they could make. That's why we say that. It is Canelo.
Oh man,
they don't make that money. Taylor Plant never makes $10 million if he's not fighting Canelo.
Hey man,
I don't get it, bro. I couldn't. I wasn't gonna call in. Sometimes I be trying to just listen, coach. But these motherfuckers be tripping, man.
Oh man, this is hilarious. Hey man. Hey man, thank you for calling, man. This is. Shout out to Batman. I can't stop laughing. What do you do? Have you crying over here, boy? Hey. Shout out to Saquon, man. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Saquon said, I love the show, but I don't like you. Sir, I am the show.
True.
Sir, I am the show. The people come here because of me, because I am the show. How can you like the show but don't like me when I am the show? Saquon, my brother, man, you down 0-3 right now. You done lost 2 talking points off the bat, and now you just lost this one. Come on, man. Make it make sense, Saquon. Make it make sense. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365 for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Say, baby boy said, it's your delivery, coach. It ain't what you said. It's the way you delivered the message, my brother. You see what I'm saying? It's the way you delivered the message. You're making it seem as though Canelo is paying these guys. Yes, I do acknowledge that when that fighting Canelo, these fighters will make their biggest paydays because he is the draw. But you acknowledge that Canelo is the draw, meaning he is the draw of the money. But yeah, I acknowledge that. But you making it seem like that Canelo is paying these dudes. No, he's just the draw. Al Haymon is the one that's paying him. What does draw mean? The guy who's drawing the money. The guy who's generating the revenue. Where's the money coming from? Oh my God. Oh. I ain't got but a GED, dog. I ain't got but a GED. I swear I ain't got but a GED, but I have a master's degree in common sense. Shout out to Quentin for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Quentin say, I'm tired of people just forgetting that Canelo is a drug cheat. You can't put him on the pound for pound list. Cheap. Hey, Quentin, whether you want to put Canelo on the pound for pound list or not, you know what I mean? That's up to you. You know, it's pound for pound list is subjective. You know what I mean? Now you're saying that Canelo's a drug cheat because he did get popped dirty. That is true. You know, I just wonder, do you keep that same energy with a lot of the other fighters of the past who popped dirty as well? Whatever, you know, however you carry that, my brother, that's on you. I let you deal with that, fam, okay? But as it relate to the delivery of my message, I don't like the way you said it. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. He says, Coach, who you picking between Canelo and Bivol? I'm gonna give you my prediction Thursday. Bro. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. We'll break up the styles. I'm gonna give you my prediction Thursday. I'm not Thursday. Sorry about that. Friday. I always give my predictions on Friday. You know what I mean? I'm a knockout artist, baby. Hey, I'm a knockout artist. You feel me? Hey, look here, man. Hey, this is hilarious, though. Hey, look here, man. Hey, listen, check this out. Canelo, we want that smoke.
Canelo, you was a stud. You're a little fast, short little motherfucker. You go hard. What do my brother need to do? Go out on Instagram talking stupid to the Canelo fan. Canelo, you got a lot of fans, and we love it. We love the fan base you got. You redhead motherfucker. You been knocking motherfuckers out. Bang, bang, bang. Now what?
Shout out to the good doctor, Dr. Paul Evans, for dropping them 2 pounds on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Dr. Paul Evans says, shout out to Isla Rose Hanson. Welcome, girl. Shout out to Isla Rose. Give her a round of applause. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
What's your name? Where you calling from, caller?
Yeah, this is Derek from Florida, Coach. What's up?
Derek from the MIA. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah. Say the name, Coach. That was funny, boy. Charlo. You hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I hear you, man. You ain't saying that. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that when he's gonna fight, what's up with the David thing? When he's gonna fight David?
What are you talking about?
You hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I hear you, but what are you talking about? You sound incoherent right now. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying when he's gonna get the big fight, like
who is he?
The David Charlo.
Oh, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea.
What about the McGill? That'd be a good fight too, though.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. But that ship has sailed. Anything else you want to talk about there? You sound like you high right now, bro.
Nah, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, but shout out to Derek, man. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling in, my brother.
I'm gonna smoke later, though.
All right, for sure. Shout out to Derek.
All right.
I wonder what the hell he on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, say, Coach, you need to start charging that guy for comedy. Hey, say the names, man. Say the names. Hey, man, the phone lines is open, man. The phone lines is open. Y'all call in, man. Y'all call in. Talk to the old boy, man. I want to talk right now, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? This is Carlos from California.
Carlos from California. Talk to me, fam. West, y'all.
I'm just trying to see what, I don't understand what the Saquon dude is talking about, man. He's tripping. I mean, first, where does he think the money's coming from? Like everybody else has been saying, like, I mean, PBC is practically paying Canelo to use his name to make that money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's where the money's coming from, man. I don't know where the fuck does he think the money's actually coming from, man. And then he sends you a message saying he likes the show, but he hates you. Did you see anybody else on the fucking show besides you?
Man, I ain't got but a GED, man. I'm trying to make it make sense. He likes the show, but he hate me.
Okay, well, who does he like then? If he doesn't like you, but he likes the children, who does he like? The callers or you boys tripping, coach.
Bro, I get them all. I get all the weirdos, bro. Like I get the death threats. I get it all, bro. You have no idea, bro. Bro, like, oh my God. Hey, listen.
All we need is fucking Jason Monster calling and give you his bullshit now.
No, he called, but he hung the phone up. I told him he got to drop a dub for me to even entertain him. He hung the phone up. He called, no caller ID. You see what I'm saying? No call ID. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. I was there, coach. I was just wondering what the fuck Saquon is talking about. Like, well, where does he think the money's coming from? Canelo, I mean, they don't call him the face of the sport for nothing. He's bringing the money. Like, I don't know what he's talking about, man.
The money comes from Al Haymon, right out of his pockets.
Yeah, man.
Hey, shout out to Carlos. Salute to my brother, man. West Coast in the building, man. Yay. Cali in the building. Killer Cali, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to Carlos, man. Hey, they gonna be saying, I was watching this show. He was throwing up the W. He throwing up game size. Hey, you know what they're gonna say? I'm telling you that's what they're gonna say, bro. True. I'm telling you what they're gonna say. Oh, shout out to Mamba. Hey, we're dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Mama say interesting how he said interesting how the Charlos, Benavidez, Spence, Crawford all call Canelo the face of pound for pound, but their fan base continue to spin the narratives. Yeah, that is crazy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, coach, this is Jerry.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, coach, this is Jerry from Tampa.
Jerry from Tampa, what's going on, baby? What's happening? Jerry from Tampa. T-Town in the building, man. Let's give this man a round of applause for calling from Tampa, man. Get this man a round of applause, man. Jerry from Tampa, man. Shit. Hell yeah. What are you talking about, baby? Talk to me, fam. Talk to me.
I just saw your headline. This is news to me. So he's saying Canelo is ducking Spence. Don't Spence fight at welterweight though?
Yeah, he fight at welterweight. He's a welterweight. Listen, let me drop the link. I want you to look at this article. This is an article. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat right now. It's a link by the boxing scene. There's a promoter, an in-house promoter that the PBC uses, TGB Promotions, Tom Browne. He did an interview with the boxing scene, and he talked about how Canelo turned down a two fight deal to fight either Spence or Benavidez, I think. Yeah, Spence or Benavidez, or Jermall Charlo or Benavidez. He turned that down. So now the narrative is, he's ducking because Tom Browne said that Canelo chose to take the path of least resistance. So that's where that is coming from. But these guys have always said that he was ducking anyway. So, but David Benavidez, Jermall Charlo, and Errol Spence, all three of them have said that Canelo is not ducking them. They love him. He's chasing greatness. That's what they say. But the narrative pushers are saying the opposite of what the fighters who they are pushing the narrative for are saying. But go ahead, my brother.
No, I did. I mean, I did a little bit of boxing back. I'm talking like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I'll tell you, they have weight divisions for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they were trying to bring Canelo down to maybe 160, 164.
164. Yeah, the fight at the catch weight.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been. I feel that would have been the easy route for Canelo. I tell you, I think people are sleeping on Bivol.
Yeah,
he's bigger. He can move. I still think Canelo, takes that fight, but come to think of it, it reminds me of when Kell Brook went up 2 divisions to fight Triple G.
Triple G, yeah.
Knowing.
No. Yeah. Kell Brook went up 2 weight division to fight Triple G, and I think he did. And hold on,
the way I see it,
where did Amir Khan fought Canelo at when he moved up? Was that 160?
I think that was 154.
154. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was at 154.
Okay.
But I think, when Kell Brook went up 2 divisions, and now this is my opinion, I think he knew Spence was going to beat him, so he wanted to cash out.
Yeah.
Spence, he might be trying to cash out before he fight Crawford.
Man, I don't think that shit going. I don't know, bro. Like I'm hearing all this crazy stuff. I'm hearing we offering this guy money, we offering that guy money, but then when it comes to that boy from Omaha, Nebraska, we ain't got no money for him. We ain't offering no contract. The economics ain't there. So I don't know, bro. I believe it when I see it, bro. When I see a press conference saying that it's done, I believe it when I see it. But I
mean, I will get it if I'm gonna get my if I'm gonna get my ass whooped by Crawford. I'd rather get paid with Canelo, and then if I lose, I still got my titles, and then he could still have that Crawford fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Kell Brook did. I thought it was crazy. He went and fought Triple G, but he got paid in both fights. So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Jerry, shout out to you, fam. Salute to you, fam. We got the phone lines is hot, man. Shout out to you, fam. Salute to Jerry calling from Tampa, man. My brother calling from Tampa Bay, the Bay Area. Salute to my brother for calling me. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Phone lines is hot. Yeah, if y'all see me on the phone with somebody, I'm not going to hang up on them until the call is over, okay? So just call back when the phone lines are open. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, it's your boy Jay from Camden, New Jersey. What's up, man?
Jay from New Jersey. Talk to me, fam.
Hey, man, I don't want to. I'm in my Saquon bag. I ain't going to. I'm just going to drop the business and all that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what everybody's talking. They're Canelo's ducking, man. Listen, that guy, he's running box right now. He's probably going to be the best in the world for the next 3 years. The two cats that's running boxing right now is Tyson Fury and Canelo. Now, when Terrence beat Errol, he'll have a say in it. He'll have a say in that. But everybody got stopped with all this ducking stuff, man. Like, that boy Canelo ain't ducking. And the only person that's ducking somebody is that boy Errol. He's ducking that boy from out Omaha, like you were saying, Shake. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I want to say. I love the channel. I just subscribed like 15 minutes ago. I'm at work getting it in. Y'all appreciate you, gang. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my brother Jay from New Jersey. And I appreciate the sub, fam. Appreciate the sub. Shout out to Jay from New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, man. Bro, like, my channel is a narrative debunking channel, right? My channel is a narrative debunking channel. For those who are new to the channel, I want to share something with you guys you may not know. My channel started because one night I was listening to an interview of Sugar Hill, and I'm trying to get him Sugar Hill Stewart. The guy who trained Tyson Fury. He's been on my show before. Last year he was on my show. Shout out to the brother who made that happen for me. And we're going to get him back on as well. But my show started because I heard a black YouTuber threaten that, not threaten the brother, but yeah, he pretty much threatened the brother, said that which not threaten him, but which death on the brother. Said that he was so upset about him training Tyson Fury because of glove game and stuff. I hope and wish that you would have died in a car fire. And that's what made me start my channel, to combat this silliness that I seen that was going on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Police Officer Drew Titan. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey there. I was talking about the other
what's your
guy.
name?
Sorry about that. David Killer.
David, and where you calling from? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from South Carolina.
South Carolina. Talk to me, fam. David from SC. Talk to me.
Yes, the other guy, I forgot his name, Saquon or something like that.
Yes, sir.
But he was talking about matchmaking.
Your phone went out. Your phone went out.
Different.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was saying it's the difference between matchmaking and a promoter.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah, I do know that.
Clarify?
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So he was right, or he was wrong because y'all had a disagreement.
No, he brought matchmaking in. All I was saying was Tom Browne is the promotional company that PBC exclusively used to promote their fights. He said no, Tom Browne is not the promoter. He said that Tom Browne is a matchmaker, and these other fighters promote. They their own bosses. They promote their own fights. I said, sir, that's not true. He said, no, man, he's a matchmaker. You don't understand this difference between the matchmaker and the promoter. He introduced matchmaker in it to try to throw the conversation to the left. So we just had to agree to disagree.
Oh, that we did.
Yeah, we had to disagree. We just had to agree to disagree on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's all.
Thank you so much. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes, sir. Shout out to David, man. Calling from South Carolina. Shout out to you, fam. Mr. Motorsports, he said Tom Browne is a promoter and a matchmaker. Yes, sir. That is true. That is true. But he forgot the matchmaking. He forgot the promoter part. He moved out. He He moved the promoter part. No, they don't. They promote their own fights. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say. Okay, whatever you say. Boxing Archives. He said Coach Malachi got good combos on Ring IQ channel. That's how I know, Coach. Oh, yeah. Julius, man. That's what main man over there. Ring IQ. Oh, Julius over there. He's very sarcastic. Very talented, too. That brother very talented, man. That boy very talented. See what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to Road Dog. He said, yeah, that Al Haymon is AB's advisor. Al Haymon is AB's advisor's BS. Hey, Jamal, what you say, fam? I missed your super chat. I'm sorry about that, fam. Sorry about that. Let me see if I find it, bro. See if I find my brother Jamar super chat. There we go. All right, here we go. Jamar, I got you, fam. Sorry about that. Shout out to Jamar for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jamal said PBC is the home of boxing. Stop hating on them. Where have I hated on them, sir? I haven't said anything bad about the PBC, sir. Can you tell me one thing that I said that was hate, my brother? Tell me one thing that I said today that was hate. Please teach me, educate me, sir. I really want to know. I really want to know, my brother. What did I say today? Have I said anything that was hate as it relates to the PBC? Anybody? Because I know these guys, you know, they like to take these narratives and run with it. He's hating on the black man, the PBC, this and that. I know what they're going to say. Please, somebody tell me. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I'm not the sharpest butter knife in the kitchen drawer, and I'm not the brightest light in the ceiling. But please, I don't think I said anything that was hateful against the PBC. You know, I'm trying to figure it out. Please, brother, help me. Please, my brother. Please, fam, please. Help me out, my brother. Please do a follow-up, Jamar Jones, and tell me what I said that I hated, brother. Show me what did I say that was hate. Please. Knockdown 305, he said truth is not hate. Hey, Slim Reaper said, Coach, hate is a new, no, you mean truth is a new hate. Yes. Yeah. Truth is a new hate. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Yeah, you know what, guy? I've been kind of good lately, though. I ain't been snapping, none of that stuff there, man. I've been doing good. I cut back on the cursing. You know what I mean? I don't do no cursing or nothing like that. I've been doing good, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, this is Quan from Brooklyn. I'm not going to call again. I just got to defend my name, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because your people's is talking greasy. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, right?
Go ahead,
so, when the fight is done, who puts up the money for the venue? Does Al Haymon or the promoter go to Canelo going, yo, we need $100,000. I don't know how much the venue costs, but we need $500,000 for the venue. We need $6 million for promotion. We need to buy the gloves. We need to buy all these. Canelo doesn't put any of that money up. And before you even get the fight, the state commissions require you to give the fighters have to purse up before the fight. So Canelo's not putting that money up. If Canelo's paying these boxers, then he's putting that money up, or is Al Haymon putting that money up? So I just want to be clear, because the way y'all making it sound is that Canelo's putting all of that upfront money up, and he's not putting up anything. He is bringing his name, but he's not bringing the finances. That's all I got to say, Coach.
All right, shout out to Saquon from Brooklyn, man. Shout out to Saquon. Shout out to Saquon, man. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. My brother made his point. I think he's missing the plot, though. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Name is Jerry, calling from Baltimore.
Jerry, calling from Baltimore. Jerry, what's going on, fam? Talk to me.
How you doing, Coach? Love the show.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to point out a couple things real quick about Canelo Alvarez.
Yes, sir.
My understanding, what I read and what was reported is he signed a 3-fight deal with DAZN for $160 million. People are making a big deal out of this PBC offer, but it was a 2-fight deal for $100 million. So he got $60 million more and a 3-fight deal with DAZN. And it's what I hear the deal is he's going to fight for this light heavyweight title. Fight He's going to fight for the light heavyweight title this weekend. If he wins that, he's going to fight Golovkin mid to late summer in a huge pay-per-view in Mexico City. And then he's going to fight the winner of Joe Smith Jr. and what's his name to be undisputed light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, you're talking about Beterbiev. Yeah, but you're talking about Beterbiev. Because Beterbiev is fighting Joe Smith, so whoever wins that, they have 3 belts.
Right.
Yeah.
And Canelo will have the other belt, and that's the plan. Fight Golovkin in what's going to be a huge pay-per-view in Mexico City. And he's going to fight for the light heavyweight title this weekend, and he wins that. Then the third fight is going to be a big undisputed. I don't think there's ever been a double undisputed champion. And so it ain't about avoiding anybody else. I mean, listen, 164 doesn't have a title, so Spence and Charlo wouldn't be bringing anything to that fight, but they'd be asking him to fight below 168, which he hasn't done since he left middleweight. He probably doesn't feel comfortable cutting weight down to 164. So they're not bringing no titles to the table. It's a 2-fight deal. So people read headlines of, he's ducking it. No. Plus, he's been criticized for making catchweight fights in the past. And the Dazn deal is simply a bigger, better deal.
Yeah, sir. I understand.
It's no walk in the park.
No, it's no walk in the park.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, thank you so much, my brother, for calling in, breaking that down.
Now.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, shout out to Jerry, man, for calling in from B-More. Hold on, guys. Shout out to Richard. Sorry about that, guys. Shout out to Richard, man. For dropping that 325. Bam, cash up on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Richard said, he say for the best boxing podcast online today. I appreciate that, fam. I have some more cash apps I have to get to too, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jay from Oregon.
James from Oregon. James, talk to me, fam. What you want to talk about?
Well, man, this Canelo ducking Spence bullshit, man. Spence is ducking Crawford. That's what it is. Haymon knows Crawford's gonna beat Spence. These people gotta stop it. Canelo got nothing to do with Spence. Spence ain't bringing shit, just but money and getting knocked out. Stop it, man. These fucking heterosexuals gotta quit, bro. He's ducking Crawford.
James, that ain't hot. Shout out to James. James, I'll hold the phone up. Hey, sorry about that, Bless. I got you, Bless. Shout out to Poppy for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Sorry about that, Bless.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless said you can. Poppy said you can't feel stupid. He definitely held DBC Wild the Red. Shout out to the Queen, Bless 365 for dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless say grease is what we do, baby boy.
True.
Bless, I be trying.
The fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz? He must don't know. He can't know. He can't know.
So no, he can't know. I be trying, bro, like this. Probably, bro, like again, guys. I ain't the brightest light bulb in the kitchen drawer. Hold on, man. Let me hold on, man. I got one right. I got another super chat we got to address. Shout out to Arthur Francis. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Me say for keeping your foot on their necks. Man, look here, man. I can't make this up. I be trying, dog. I be trying, dog. Like, bro, like, sometimes, like, I love these phone calls because I like when the people call in so the people can express how they feel. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys who disagree with me. I'm going to block you, go off on you. Hell, the brother Saquon said he don't like me, but he like my show. You know what I mean? So I don't know how you don't like me, but I don't know how you like the show, but don't like me when literally I am the show. People not coming here just to see the wall or the chair with my jacket on it. They here to see me. So that don't make sense for me. But again, I ain't got but a GED. I don't have but a GED, guys. You know, I went to full. I went to, went to music school. I went to ITT Tech. Went to you know what I mean. Technical school and stuff like that. You know, after I got my GED, went to real estate school and stuff like that as well. But I ain't the brightest, like I say, light bulb in the kitchen ceiling. But I got a master's degree in common sense. And a lot of these people, they be so busy fanaging and promoting and just breaking all the commandments. You know what I mean? And fanboying. You know what I mean? That they leave their common sense out the window. And their common sense is replaced with emotionalism. It's always, this is how I feel. And when you feel a certain way, you will act a certain way based on your feelings. Like my brother Saquon said from Brooklyn. My brother say, no, man, you making it seem like, coach, that he's deep in his pockets to pay Errol Spence and these guys. No, the promoter's job is to do that. Now, yeah, I do admit that he is the draw. He is the one that's drawing the money. And by him being the draw, this is what the whole fight purse is based upon, of his money drawing power, because he put butts in seats. But I do acknowledge that. But what I'm saying is, he's not the one that's I just slapped myself in the forehead. I say, brother, you do know that you just made my point. He made my point and didn't even realize it. Oh my God, this is why I can't. Oh my God. Oh, shout out to Mikey. For dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say Southpaw 777 is probably angry because you keep it real. Southpaw 777. Who was that? Who was that? Southpaw 7. Man, that name sound familiar. It sound familiar. Oh, I know who that is. Was that the guy? Was that the guy that was debating? I know it. Oh, that's this guy. Sorry about that. Damn, I forgot. That's this guy right here, right?
You don't box, you ashamed of your race. You don't box, you ashamed of your race.
That guy right there. Yeah, I'm like, that guy right there. That guy right there. I just saying, man. Hey, he say, Coach, they want a Canelo sweep the parking lot too. Hey, look here, man. Hey, anybody, listen, y'all reach out to Canelo, tell him, man, I want all the smoke. I'm undisputed over here on YouTube, so tell him I got all the belts. I wanted to put my belts on the line. I'll fight him at a catch weight. You know what I mean? No, I know he the A side. He'll be the A side. So Canelo the A side. Tell him he ain't got to pay me much money. Tell him just to, give me, hey man, 500,000. Listen, tell Canelo to give me 500,000. 500,000 pack of annihilators, 12 pack of Coronas with some lemons, and we'll call it a day. I'm good. Tell him I'm good. I want a Canelo payday too. Shit, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Hell, I'm gonna lie for, man. Shout out to Francis for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat
Cash out.
received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said for it's your boy Killer Cam. He gave him $5 cash out for Killer Cam, man. Killer Cam, man. Y'all know I gave Cam Bosos that name. Killer Cam, man. It's for Killer Cam, man. Killer Cam. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Hold on. Shout out the big Hulk, man. Shout out the big Hulk. For dropping that bam cash app on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, for the second time, read the commandments. Okay, all right, let's read the commandments. Hulk say this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable, people. Like this is too much. This is too much. Listen, guys. If we got a lot of new subscribers. If you're new to the channel, man, I gotta share this with you guys. If you're new to the channel, this is gonna be quick. I'm not gonna play the Oregon music today because I played it yesterday, but this is gonna be quick, guys. If you're new to the channel, man, I gotta share something with you guys. Over here with New Media Today USA Boxing, we have something that we got over here called the 16 commandments of the boxing gods. And these are commandments that we go by, and I'm gonna run through it real quickly, guys. And a lot of people be in violation of these commandments. Saquon is one of them. Saquon is one of them. My brother, he don't like me, but that's fine. Get in line, Saquon. There's a whole lot of people don't like me. Right here, as you see, guys, commandment number 1. This is in the community section, and I will drop the link right here so you can get to it. Commandment number 1, thou shalt not fan boards for any fighter. You see what I'm saying? If you're a fanboy, that means you have an emotional attachment to a fighter and you start thinking with emotions instead of thinking using logic, right? Now, commandment number 2, thou shalt not deride for a promotional company or a promoter. Well, I don't like Terrence Crawford, or I don't like no fighter who ain't signed to the PBC. That is called deriding for a promotional company, sir. I've been watching boxing for 40 years, and I've never seen any fan of the sport of boxing deride for promotional companies. The only thing that we care about as fans of the sport of boxing, all the thing we care about is watching the fights. We care nothing about the promotional companies. Let's continue. Commandment number 3, thou shalt not be a manager or promoter of any fighter. Saquon, you break this commandment religiously, sir. You break this commandment. You talk about back-end money and all this stuff. You break this religiously, sir. But anyways, let's continue. Commandment number 4, thou shalt not pocket watcheth a fighter's money. The reason why we don't like doing pocket watching because a lot of these guys, they come up with all these different straw man arguments for why certain fights shouldn't be made. My fighter got more money than your fighter. My fighter is the A side and you the B side. My fighter is signed with the PBC and your fighter is not. This is why these commandments, this is why these fights should not happen. They're going to use those as parameters to make debates and arguments online for why certain fights shouldn't happen. This is why we don't do that over here. Commandment number 5, thou shalt not talk boxing without facts. Emotionalized fanboys always talk boxing without facts. They talk boxing with emotions, even fanboy YouTube channels. Commandment number 6, thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. If you get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter, this is the classic definition of a fanboy. Commandment number 7, thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. I hope that makes sense. Commandment number 8, thou shalt not condone any elite fighter for ducking another elite fighter. Commandment number 9, thou shalt not speak of back-end money. Half of you guys who talk about back-end money, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you just get confused every time you try to explain it with Haymonomics online. Commandment number 10, thou shalt not tweet shit on Twitter for your favorite fighter. Lady Shan came up with this one. Commandment number 11, thou shalt not threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. I just dropped the video today. In the first minute and 30 seconds of the video, you heard a guy threaten me. I get threatened all the time. I have guys who threaten me because they don't agree with me. They told me that they're going to come to my lovely city of Tampa, Florida, come in on a plane, and they're going to find me, and they're going to do A, B, C, and D to me. Anybody who wants to do A, B, and C, and D to the old boy think about coming to this city, I'm going to tell you like I told the guy, Abdul Aziz, yesterday. Listen, I will come, when you come here on a plane, however you get here, I will drive to the airport, we will pick you up, drive you to your ass whooping, bring you back to Tampa International Airport, and send your ass back to where you came from. Let's continue. Now, commandment number 12, thou shalt not speak it of undisputed if your favorite fighter has the French fries belt, aka better known as the franchise belt. Commandment number 13, thou shalt only have permission to be a fanboy of an old school fighter. This is the only exception to the rules. Examples are Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, the great Salvador Sanchez, etc., etc., etc. Commandment number 14, thou shalt not race bait to push a personal narrative. We have a whole lot of race baiting YouTube channels out there. And I have bodied every last one of them, and they hate me with a passion. They don't race bait as much as anymore, but I bodied them dudes already, so it is what it is. Let's continue. Commandment number 15, thou shalt not have a victimhood mentality and play the race card when you don't get your way. This is what these guys do when they when they can't get their way. They have a victimhood mentality. A lot of these guys have daddy issues, and they always blaming everybody but themselves for why their things are not going good in their life. In commandment number 16, thou shalt not violate any of the commandments under no circumstances. These are the commandments that all of our subscribers must follow in order to be a subscriber of this channel. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the link right here. So I had to read that for my brother Hulk, the 16 commandments. And normally this run people off the block, commandments of New Media Today. We're going to change the of New Media Today USA Boxing. USA Boxing. That's what we're going to change it to. The 16 commandments of New Media Today USA Boxing. That's what we're going to say, right? That's it. That's the link right there. So I just sent the link. You ain't got to look for it. I just sent the link. And you know, these commandments have people feeling some type of way, but I understand. I get it. I do that to run people off the block, just use that as a barometer. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Christopher. Hey, we're dropping that half a damn dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I heard Canelo wants to fight the best light heavyweight champion in the world. It's not, you say it's not Bivol. He said Artur Beterbiev is the man at that weight. Yes, sir. You're totally right about that. But I don't know if you know, but Beterbiev is fighting Joe Smith Jr. So there's no way that Canelo can fight Beterbiev when he already has a fight with Joe Smith Jr. So he's fighting Bivol. Bivol is a champion. So yeah. But we'll see how the rest of that play out. We'll see how the rest of that play out. Canelo did say that he wanted to become undisputed at 175. So that means that the winner out of Joe Smith Jr. and Bivol, Joe Smith Jr. and Beterbiev, whoever wins that fight, if Canelo can beat Bivol, then according to him, he wants to go into a undisputed match with the winner of those two fighters right there. So we'll see how that play out. Alan Maddox, you said I missed your super chat. Let me see. Alan Maddox, thank you, fam. Shout out to Alan Maddox for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Alan Maddox said coach, two calls. I guess you kind of say two earlier calls. Henry Armstrong had 3 weight classes simultaneously and was robbed with the 4th also. Canelo didn't unify middleweight. He ducked Andrade. Okay, all right. And I get that. I get that. You know, I heard people say he ducked Andrade. People say he ducked Jermall Charlo. People say he ducked David Benavidez and stuff like that. And my question, and this is my question, when people tell me that, this is my question. I'm not, and I'm not even going to argue with you about any of that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Can you explain to me why Jermall Charlo was not fighting Dmitry Andrade? Can you explain to me why Jermall Charlo or Dmitry Andrade, these guys are not fighting each other? Now, I'm not bagging on Dmitry Andrade. Dmitry Andrade did try to fight these guys, but I have video footage of Jermall Charlo saying he's not fighting Dmitry Andrade. Do you get what I'm saying, my brother? So, like, my thing is I get it. You saying Canelo's a duck, he ducked this guy, he ducked that guy. I get the narrative, I get it, my brother. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't ignore the fact that these guys that you say that Canelo was ducking, these guys are ducking each other by not even fighting each other. You get what I'm saying? It's like they get a pass for not fighting each other. But if Canelo don't fight them, he's ducking them. But that same energy is not the same when it comes to why they're not fighting each other. Do you get what I'm saying? It just ain't making no sense to me. You see what I'm saying? It just ain't making no sense to me, man. That's all I'm saying, but it ain't making no sense to me. And maybe it ain't making no sense to me because, I got a GED education. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the ceiling. Maybe that's why it ain't making no sense to me. You see what I'm saying? But I will say this. In 1990, where am I going at with this? In 1990, Ice Cube, one of the members of NWA, when he left the NWA, in 1990, he dropped a record called America's Most Wanted. And in America's Most Wanted, the first single that came off of that album was The Nigga You Love to Hate. I will say this. When it comes to this YouTube stuff, my brother, I am the nigga you love to hate. Like, I am the most hated YouTube channel on YouTube in boxing. And that's fine. I love it. To all of my detractors, so people who don't like me, you know what I mean? You didn't call in today. I'm kind of sad and disappointed about that. The phone lines always is open, 530-494-9636. Kind of disappointed about that, but that's okay. I know, I get it, I understand. I am the narrative breaker, the buster upper, and I bodied you last year. So, this year I'm trying to be good now. I'm trying to be good. But listen, man, like, again, I will bother you guys any day of the week, 7 days a week, twice on Sundays. When you go to pushing these narratives, it's my job to debunk it. There's nothing personal, it's just business, okay? Nothing personal, just business. So that's all I'm saying, guys. However you feel about Canelo ducking this guy, ducking that guy, that's fine. I'm not here to change your mind. But I just played you receipts of Errol Spence saying that Canelo is not ducking him. He congratulated Errol Spence on what he's doing. So that debunked that narrative of Canelo ducking Errol Spence. Jermall Charlo said that he don't even know where the ducking claims come from, that Canelo is ducking me. Canelo ain't ducking me. He ain't ducking nobody. We're fighters. We don't duck nobody. This is what Jermall Charlo has said. So the guy who you said that Canelo was ducking is saying something totally different. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. And then David Benavidez says he wants to be just like Canelo. So you guys got to make it make sense to me. I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but just make it make sense to me, fam. Shout out to D-Well for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Rod Jones won titles from 160 all the way up to heavyweight. So my question is, why is everyone acting like Canelo was doing something that's never been done? I don't know who everyone is. I don't know if you're generalizing everybody who supports Canelo. But yeah, you know, you would have to ask those guys. Smith D. Webb, whoever you're addressing that to. When you said everyone acting like, whoever the everyone is, I guess this is your way of addressing it. I don't think the people are saying that, but I'll let them speak for themselves. You see what I'm saying, fam? Shout out to Right Side. W Right Side, what's going on, fam? W Right Side, what the lick read? What the lick read? Ronald Finkley, what you say? He said you be on a slab. He said, you be on a slab up out that chat. Hey man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Eddie Val, what you say, fam? He say, coach, hit motherfuckers so hard, they don't know their own name. Hey, I'm just saying, like me, again, guys, I'm trying to make it make sense, because I'm not, I be trying to make it make sense, dog, but it just don't be adding up. And I'm trying to figure it out. That's all. I'm trying to figure it out. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on? This is Spence calling from VA. What's going on, coach?
What's your name is?
Instax.
Okay.
I be in the chat all the time, man.
Okay,
I don't get a call a lot.
Okay, Ustax calling from VA. Talk to me, fam.
The Canelo, we're talking about Canelo ducking.
Yes, sir.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. That's been debunked already. But go ahead.
Yeah. I think the deal. My main issue with Canelo is that he's a cash cow.
Mm.
He's fighting these no names and these I call them Euro bums. These no names and these Euro bums back to back to back. If you're that on that level, if you're at the highest level, back to back, I should tell people who Canelo's fighting. People know who Canelo is, and I should be able to tell you who he's fighting. You should be able to know who he is, or at least see who he's fighting. But these Liam Smith, these Count Smith, these Bivol, these Rocky Fieldings, at the highest level, man, it's like, nah. I mean, I can understand if you're at a lower level, like coming up, but I mean, you're a top fighter. You should, every other fight, at least you should be fighting some names, and he's just not. And people are talking about, he's fighting these champions. I mean, to be honest, since when did the fans give a fuck about the damn belts? The belts are supposed to make your name big, but once your name is big, you're bigger than the belts. You just unified in 168, and I mean, that's a big feat, but no one cares. I mean, who's he fighting? People want to see him fight Benavidez. That's a fight party. You don't
fight
party versus Bivol.
You don't consider Caleb Plant or somebody?
Caleb Plant looked horrible versus in his fight before that. No. Caleb Plant looked horrible against Caleb Truax. He had barely 20 fights, just like the guy he's fighting next. Guy he's fighting next is 20 fights. He hasn't stopped his last 6 opponents. It's a good old safe fight. He looks like one of Triple G's cherries.
Okay.
Soft punches who are undefeated with barely 20 fights.
So what would make you happy in a perfect world as it relates to Canelo Alvarez? What would make you happy about who would you rather see him fight? You said David Benavidez. Is there anyone else that you?
Well, I mean, it's been his whole career. It's like, damn, we had to drag him to the ring to fight Canelo. Then when he did, he looked ripped. I don't know. Everyone seems to have amnesia.
You had to drag him.
They saw him at fight camp. He looked ripped.
You had to drag him to fight Canelo. Who are you talking about?
We had to drag him from 155, this made-up weight class, to fight Triple G. Remember, people forgot he didn't want to fight Triple G.
Okay.
And then when he did, he juiced to the gills. He looked ripped like I ain't never seen him before when he fought him. It's like, all right, well, I still bought the fight.
So your opinion is
the last time I bought a Canelo fight. So when he fought a name.
So your opinion is what? Your opinion is, as it relates to Canelo Alvarez, your opinion is what?
He's not fighting names.
Okay.
He's fighting no names. He can fight names. It's not about, oh, this guy's a skilled boxer. No, people want to see names.
Benavidez. People know Benavidez more than they know Bivol. People know Benavidez from how he does to what he does to his opponents better than they know Bivol. I guess better fights he could have fought better than Rocky Fielding and all that BS, man. Like this guy, not fighting names, man.
All right, you Stack.
He's at the top level.
All right, you made your point, my brother. You wish that Canelo would fight names, you are of the opinion that he's been fighting Eurobums, and you just want him to fight, Beterbiev, David Benavidez, and other fighters. That will make you happy. So you made your point, my brother.
Fight party worthy fights. That's all. Fight party worthy.
Okay, all right. Shout out to you, Stack, calling from Mount Virginia. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Jamar Jones. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jamar said you ain't bodying no one. You wrong. It won't end well for you. Okay. You know what? You had to leave. You had to become a subscriber. You was over here yesterday, I think. You had to become a subscriber to leave a comment, and I do appreciate the super chat, my brother. Yes, I have bodied, sir. I have bodied. You said it won't end well for me. Okay. Look, hey, as a matter of fact, I'm looking pretty good right now. I'm up 11 rounds to 0. Hey, it's looking pretty good right now, Jamar. Feel free to call in, though. As a matter, hold on. Goddamn, my bad. Sorry about that. Damn. Yeah, feel free to call in. My bad. I forgot I ain't had a number up. Feel free to call in. Right now, I'm up 12 rounds to 0. I'm bodying niggas over here, bro. I don't play over here, man. Pretty well. So call in, Jamar. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Coach, this is Archie from Vegas, man. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, bro. Listen, man, that dude that just called on the phone, he's preaching the gospel, dog. I swear, bro. It's like he jumped in my body and spit everything. But this is another thing Canelo do, bro. He don't fight punchers with speed. He avoids that, or he avoids like master boxers. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give me some examples, my brother? The master bosses you referring to?
Like he'll fight like a Lara, but Lara doesn't have no power. Or he'll fight like Golovkin, but Golovkin has no speed. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll fight like a Willie Monroe with no power. Willie Monroe.
Can you give me an example of the type of boxers that you're talking about, sir?
Like he'll fight he'll fight a fighter like what's his name? James Kirkland. James Kirkland, he has power, but he has no speed. Or he'll fight Caleb Plant, who's athletic, but he has no power. You know what I'm saying? Like he avoids like certain fighters. Like he'll never fight like, say there's a fighter like a Roy Jones. He would never fight a fighter like that. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give me an example of any fighters that's like Roy Jones that's boxing today that Canelo's not fighting?
There's no fighters like a Roy Jones today, but there is an athletic fighter who has power like a Charlo. I don't know. They all duck each other anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like Canelo, he is one of the most overrated fighters I've ever seen. Completely overrated. Like he gets no respect from me. Like personally, like Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yes, sir.
I bow down to him. I hated him because he beat all of the best. He beat all my black fighters I love. He beat us all. I had to bow down. He beat all the Puerto Ricans had the best. All the whites had, all the whites had. All the Mexican Americans had. He beat all the ones the Mexicans from Mexico had. He beat all the best fighters. You know what I'm saying? He beat fighters who are athletic, like Melvin Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He didn't dodge no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya. I love Oscar De La Hoya. He don't duck or dodge no smoke. You know, when he fought Shane Mosley, I'm sorry, man. I know you gotta go. I thought I was gonna keep it sweet. So like, when he fought Shane Mosley, nobody knew him. But Shane Mosley was hella good. Everybody knew that Shane Mosley was good. Fans didn't know it, but we all, but like all the other fighters knew Shane Mosley was the truth. Like these guys, they use all these excuses not to fight certain fighters.
Yeah,
you know,
you still
and,
give me that.
and Canelo's one of them. Canelo's one of them.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, man, I'll let you go. I'll let you go, man. I'm not trying to break no commandment. If I did, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm just giving old boy that called before me all the props, bro.
All right.
I give him all the props. He spit it all.
You still didn't give me an example of the fighters that was like Roy Jones or the fighter that Canelo was avoiding that
I'm sorry, man. No, listen, there is no fighters like Roy Jones. There is no fighters like Roy Jones. Like the closest fighter that he fought that was good was like Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather, he had no power. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason he fought him. If Floyd was pretty boy Floyd, he would have never fought him.
So you feel Charlo,
you know what I'm
you feel Charlo's one of those slick black fighters that he's avoiding?
You convinced me. But see, I don't agree with you with everything, but you convinced me that he's not ducking Charlo. You know what I'm saying? You convinced me that. That's why I listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You put me on game on that. So I'm not saying he's ducking Charlo, but he's not like pursuing Charlo. Like, I'd rather fight Rocky Fielding. I'm not gonna fight Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he has a choice, he's gonna choose Rocky Fielding. You know what I'm saying? Like my man was talking on the other line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. That's what he do, man. I'm telling you.
Right,
like, he would choose Caleb Plant. He would choose a Caleb Plant over Benavidez. Why? Because Caleb Plant has no power, and he knows all he has to do is just walk Caleb Plant down.
But he fought Caleb Plant for undisputed.
You know, pardon?
He fought Caleb Plant to become the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
There we go with them belts. I get it, man. But we don't care about that the majority of us fans don't care about the belt.
Okay.
We want to see him fight somebody.
Okay. All right, but
You
listen,
know,
man. Hey, Archie, we got other calls calling in. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, salute.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you, dog.
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
man.
Salute Archie, man. Shout out to Edwin. We're dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Edwin say sweet deal. Pick them up, food, and then bust them chairs. Okay. All right, we got another call calling in. We're gonna wrap the show up. This is gonna be my last call. It's gonna be my last call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name's Daniel. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Daniel calling from Houston, Texas. Talk to me, fam. What you want to talk about?
Hey, man, listen. I never called their show before, but I just gotta say this. Some of these people have no business. Some of these callers that are calling in have no business having no phones, nothing. Like, they got negative IQ. What is that other caller talking about? He said that he's fighting nobody. That Canelo says fighting nobody. He's fighting everybody in his division. He's clearing everybody out. He said Charlo's a threat. Bro, you can't call somebody a threat who's going life and death with Montiel. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're going life and death with like my Uber drivers. Like, what are you talking about? So I don't know what's up with these callers. They got all kinds of biases and shit. I'm like, listen, look, you don't like Canelo, it is what it is. It's all right. You don't like him, you know? The people over here trying to feign like they got, they unbiased, they this, they that. Nah, man, you don't like him. That's it. You know, just say what it is. I don't like him, move on.
Yeah.
You know? That's all it is. They over here coming up with excuses.
Hey, salute to you, Daniel, man. Thank you so much for calling in, my brother. Salute to Daniel calling from Houston, Texas, man. Yes, sir. First time calling in, too. Brother say he was the first time calling in. Shout out to Ali Maddox for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, agreed. Many fighters do this, but specifically my point is Canelo straight said he unified the middleweight, then moved up, and didn't fight, and didn't. Plus, Andre wanted heat. Okay, I got you, fam. I got you on that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, it's Batman again. I'm having a conniption over here, Coach. Listen to this shit. It is time to pack the show up, Coach. These motherfuckers are crazy, bro. The same people that saying Canelo not fighting this, Canelo not fighting this, Canelo not doing this, right? These are the same people that will give Errol Spence credit for fighting Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, and Ugas and not fighting Crawford. These are the same motherfuckers that will make all the excuses in the world why Earl should have fought Mikey, Sean, Danny, and all these motherfuckers and not fought Crawford. But will talk shit about Canelo fighting Callum Smith, Billy Joe, all these undefeated champions, and have a problem with it. They killing me, Coach. They are killing me. They're killing me, bro. I'm telling you. They're killing me.
Shout out to Batman. Batman, salute to you, fam. Bro, I better lost some words today. Shout out to Batman.
They killing me. I'm listening to this shit like, are y'all serious? Canelo don't want to fight a strong, fast, super duper power Megazord, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Zord. Who the fuck is that? What guy is that? Should he go fight Tyson Fury? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are y'all looking for?
I say, brother.
He say he convinced you that he said you convinced him that Canelo wasn't ducking Charlo. That came out of Charlo's mouth. It also came out of Benavidez's mouth. It also came out of Spence's mouth. So who is the fighter that's supposed to be Dragon Zord that fucking Canelo's supposed to be fighting? Like, I'm not understanding. I don't get it. They killing me. Go ahead, Coach.
Hey, shout out to Batman. Hey, man, I'm done, man. I don't know what to say, though. I better lost some words. You know I'm a talker. I better lost some words right now. Shout out to, oh, yeah, I already read your super chat, Alan. I already read your super chat. Hey, man, look here, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause, man. Oh, bro. Boy, this show right here, bro. This was a damn good show, man. Hey, Marty say, Coach over here converted to casuals.
True.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, look here, man. Look here, man. Check this out, man. Hey, man.
You're begging me not to leave. And I refuse to let you go.
Let's give everybody a shout out, man. You know how we do it. We're going to do this OJ the Jew Man style. Shout out to, hold on, let's get this thing. Hold on, sorry about that, guys. Let's do this OJ the Jew Man style, man. We wrapping the show up, man. It is what it is, man. Let's get to the chat. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Shout out to my main man, Ron Boy Fresh.
Now, who sent you, nigga? Nobody sent me. Say another motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga.
Shout out to Rob Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dante. Shout out to Chicorelli. Shout out to my main man, Dame Dash, Damian Bennett. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Shout out to Lil Queen, the Queen Lil Green Eyes Speed. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to the Queen Fissiana Fights. Shout out to Misfit. Shout out to my brother right here in Florida with me, man. Retro Boss and the documentaries. Much love to my big brother Blood, man. Shout out to Schoolo X-Mon. Shout out to Mark Nash, my brother from the ATL, Rider of the Storm. Carl Hansen from Down Under. Shout out to Philly Fly. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to the Queen, man. Bless 365. Shout out to A Sneeze. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to Mr. Pat. Shout out to Arlette, mom, the Queen Arlette, my sister. Arlette, man. Shout out to my big sister, Lisa Bales. Shout out to my brother from Detroit. Detroit versus everybody. Smith and West. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Here to there. True Gritter 402. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Hell Hero Elite. My cousin. Hold on, man. We got one more call coming in. I say that was the last call. We wrapping the show up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Map, Coach. I'm calling from Louisiana, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's your name is, bro?
Map, M-A-P.
Okay, Matt from Louisiana, talk to me. We wrapping the show up, so we gotta make it quick.
Yes, sir. Man, look here. Now, you go up there and you got the Canelo is supposed to be the cash cow of boxing, right? And you got these guys, and they supposed to be calling them out, but you're telling the man to come down and wait. The man over here trying to fight a light heavyweight, but you trying to bring him down to 160 and 164. And then at the same time saying he dug it. How you gonna call out the man of the boxing and tell him what to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
You know, and that don't make sense. And Spence even got more kahunas than Charlo, because he willing to fight him at 164.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know,
Hey, Matt.
It's crazy, man.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, I'm wrapping the show up, man. So I'm gonna give you a round of applause, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Matt Carter from Louisiana. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Fuller Bond. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to Two Matador. Shout out to Will Sargentson. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Shout out to Miguel Chartico. Shout out to the Queen Carmen Serene. Shout out to my brother Dragon Leg. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. Big Ron, Ronald Finkley. Shout out to AB Sounds. Troy Graham from B-More. Shout out to Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Y'all please go subscribe. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Shout out to Big Hawk from Maryland. Shout out to Hector Garcia. Shout out to Manny Dociento Inueve. Shout out to Deborah Booker, the Queen. Shout out to W Right Side. And shout out to Lil Right Side as well. Salute to Ava, the Queen Ava. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to the lady Shan Dutton them season. Shout out to Mr. Pragmatic. Shout out to Drummond Full Life. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Candy Slim. Shout out to Low Key Serious, Boxing Fan 101, and Eric Pack. Also, give a shout out, man, to the Mac Mob, E-Thriller, Bold and Understanding, Mark Nass of the ATL. Let's give a round of applause. Mosquito Spray, General Big Fish. Also, let's give a shout out to everyone who called in. Shout out to Mark Nash. Shout out to Joseph from San Antonio. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh from DC. Shout out to Saquon from Brooklyn. Shout out to Batman from DC. Shout out to Derek from Miami. Shout out to Carlos from Cali. Shout out to Jerry calling from Tampa, Florida. Shout out to Jay calling from New Jersey. Shout out to the Dirty Jers. Shout out to David calling from South Carolina. Shout out to Jerry calling from B-More. Shout out to James calling from Oregon. Shout out to USAC calling from Virginia. Shout out to Archie calling from Vegas. Shout out to Daniel calling from Houston, Texas. And shout out to Map calling from Louisiana. Let's see. Let's get this super chat out the way. Shout out to Rockman for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to everybody, man. He said, "Why the hell did Reed want that paper? PBC wants Payday to pay up." Hey, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Once again, the brother you love to hate, the nigga you love to hate. We just wrapped this show up today, man. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got some more ammunition. I got a video I'm gonna be dropping tomorrow. Some excerpts from this show. This show was hilarious. One of the best shows we had. Had a lot of fun. I got a lot of love for you guys. And to all of my haters and detractors, I love you guys. But what we're gonna do to my haters and detractors, we're gonna send this out, man. Not only OJ the Jew Man style, but we're gonna do this Devin Haney fan base style. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.